Ooh, handfuls.
I remember it had issue loading this page last time for whatever reason. I was doing something really weird. Besides pretending to die in the background.
Pretending to die.
I mean, I can only hope I'll actually get lucky one day and he will legitimately just keel over. Should probably turn the audio up for the game now. Probably accidentally lowered it by... Oh no, it's just super quiet on this title screen for whatever reason. Okay, that's a bit odd, but sure. Why not?
Oh my god.
Alright, so we'll set it to capture any full screen application. And switch it back to full screen. And now see if it'll actually let me get out of this window.
So, what I know so far about what we're doing tomorrow is that I'm a paladin. I'm gonna be a goody two shoes. I'm gonna be Ida, except that I believe torture is a proper method of diplomacy.
I was thinking that I would be... Is it possible to be a chaotic good rogue?
Yes! It's called the Robin Hood syndrome. Robin Hood is chaotic good.
MIT scientists created a psychopath AI by feeding it violent content from Reddit.
No.
Hey,
Cool.
good question. What the fuck?
No, what you'd have to do though is... Okay. You probably couldn't go assassin, because that just sounds the opposite of chaotic good.
Oh, but it'd be so much fun to be.
Except if
you get lethality. It'd be so much fun. You'd be
Oh
able to
my
crush
God.
everything.
Okay, the AI, apparently his name is Norman. Norman is not evil. Norman was just fed an amount of Reddit captions about death, while another AI just got standard Reddit captions, and then both did Rorschach tests as an experiment to show how easily algorithms could be bent. For example, a standard AI saw a vase with flowers. Norman saw a man shot dead. Since Norman has shown no actual desire to harm any living thing, merely a fascination with death, he's the first goth AI. Oh my god.
It also helps that, you know, that's all he knows, so.
I mean, yeah, that too.
I am still not 100% sure why it is not showing the correct window. Maybe if I don't know if it'll let me screw with it that way.
This makes so much sense. Going for
I feel like open this window
maximum
won't
rarity,
let me.
and instead getting the
Oops.
minimum rarity units. Yes, I will trade all the mimics.
I remember having this issue last time, but I don't remember what I did to fix it. Let's kick the full screen back off. Minimize that.
Mega rare. Ooh.
Oh, I bet I know what I did. Okay, never mind. I'm being stupid. What I probably did... Let me check real quick. Make sure, 100% sure that I'm right about this, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. Which means you're probably going to hear my voice in the background. Nope. Got out of that in time. Did I actually keep it in that window, or did I do, like, the old-fashioned way?
Ye old-fashioned way.
I did do it the old-fashioned way. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Alright, now I know it's fixed. Put that here. Lower those a bit. Just don't want the chat getting away the screen. Settings, graphics, full screen on. And we should be good.
I will say, the Romans had great idea when it came to conversation. Just everybody recline.
Nothing like the good old-fashioned days of sitting in those chairs in driver's ed that are built for somebody who's about 4'6" and you're about, at that time, 5'11". God.
The things that bug me the most, the combination desk chair.
Right?
Oh my goodness, it's just like, yes, I understand it so that students won't mess around or whatever with the chair, but at the same time, for people that are like fidgety or something like that, that is the worst chair to be in because you're going to kick the edge of the chair at some point in time.
It's even better for me because I'm left-handed.
Ooh.
So you're like, you're over here when you should be right here.
Yeah.
Which is wonderful. Alright, I've got it fixed.
Hey.
Let's finish this game.
Oh shit. Okay.
Thicker than water.
Also, I'm going to close this window so it's not distracting.
It's always distracting.
There we go.
Okay.
Now, do you want the light on so you can see the keys or no?
Well, no, because you have the caps lock key off, and so I can actually find stuff now.
True, but Sherwood used my keyboard the other day, and despite knowing that, still was having issues hitting the right buttons, so...
I mean, I have issues with Q and E, but that's just because...
To be fair, for the QuickTime events of the game he was playing, he had to hit F and V.
Okay, that's the worst.
Yeah.
Well,
because it can either be A and D, which is pretty easy to hit, because you're using those keys anyway, or F and V. Ow!
the one with the line is... Yeah, because the one with the line is the F.
Yeah.
So I can do that.
Assuming you're not
But
hitting
yeah,
J.
Okay, yeah, there's not a chance in hell I can do that. You've seen my hands.
That's also true, your hands are tiny.
Yeah, see, because that's the other thing that's great about having small hands, is I can just, like, stick my pinky right where the caps lock is, and my fingers line up correctly with that.
Yeah, I know. It's sad.
But yeah, they line up exactly with ASD, and then I just have to put my middle finger up a little bit to use the W.
So spoiled.
The main issue I have is with Q and E, but I'm gonna have issues with that regardless.
That's true. Alright, so episode 4.
Ba 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 ba.
Hopefully they'll give us a good callback to... Also, chat is open on my iPad window, so I will still be able to see and answer questions. So how much do you remember from getting the hiccups last time?
I always have the hiccups, first of all. Second of all, so, I am playing as Javier. I met my brother. AJ is alive. AJ is the little baby. Clementine is with us because we got kicked out of the compound. And we are now surrounded by walkers, right?
Yep.
I feel like
don't remember if I asked you last time or not, but before
also...
they said before they said AJ was alive, did you legit think he was dead?
I wouldn't have been surprised.
Cool.
Because I figured what they were going to do with the story is they kept doing flashbacks of like AJ and Clem, and I figured they were going to show how AJ died in the final episode.
I think when we left off, I was still like half expecting him to be dead.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Also, in case you missed the previous stream, if you are offended by language or blood and violence, probably shouldn't be watching a game about a zombie apocalypse.
Probably. As someone gets knocked the hell
He
out.
didn't even sound like he hit him that hard. He didn't even hit him with a pistol, he hit him with the side of his hand.
Are you okay, man?
Because we were trying to escape with her, and we did not succeed. And we got kicked out again. And now we're on the run with Jesus and tall blonde dude.
Reinhardt.
Yes.
Also known as Trip, but we'll call him Reinhardt.
Jesus is a friend of mine.
I have a friend in Jesus.
So you're mostly correct. The one thing that you'd forgotten is this had happened.
Well, yeah, because we got kicked out of the compound with my brother. Is my brother still with us?
Yeah, he's the only person with you currently.
Oh, is he?
Because remember, Trip went to go find Eleanor, and then Kate and Gabe, you had them try to leave, which didn't work, and Gabe left your group because he wanted to stay with his dad.
Oh, okay.
So the only person you're with right now is with your brother.
And then Clem left to find
AJ. Yeah. Okay.
Or no, she didn't leave to find AJ. She split up.
She went to her room.
Yeah, she split. She went to go talk to Dr. Lingard because Dr. Lingard knew where AJ was. So now we're obviously pre-apocalypse here.
No, I love large gatherings of people whenever there are zombies nearby.
I mean, I feel like a batting cage is a good time to, just have...
Hey!
I mean, it's a good time to practice your swing, a zombie apocalypse.
Yeah. And the crazy thing is, it'd be a great place to stock up on gear for a zombie apocalypse.
That's all.
Same here. I haven't held a bat since the league booted me.
Well, you got all afternoon to get back here.
Oh yeah.
Threw off the Emperor's Groove.
See, now I kind of want to go to a batting cage, like, really bad.
I have never actually been.
They're actually a lot of fun. I enjoy them. I wish somebody could teach me how to swing proper that was left-handed, because I can only kind of, like, mirror what my dad does.
The ball player? Can I get your autograph? If you could sign my baseball, that would be so awesome.
Sure thing, kid.
Oh, man! Thank you!
Never turn your back on a pitching machine.
Oh, no.
It's true.
No names. Band players' signatures are worth way more on resale than personalized crap.
Oh.
Wait for it.
Just your name is fine. Don't date it or anything.
Fine.
Aw, I was really hoping you'd make it worthless. That was what I did.
Hope you like it.
Okay, what happens if you make it worthless? Do you draw a penis on it?
No, like, you just sign it and, like, say to my #1 fan and put, like, a giant heart on it, but you don't write your name on it.
Oh.
Then she's like, oh, that wasn't cool, man, and then leaves.
I'd have drawn a penis on it.
Crush it.
It's out of here. Holy cow.
Why do I have...
Had to rub it in, didn't you? Does talking like that make you feel better?
Yeah. You should try it.
Dude,
You're swinging way too low.
Strike two. Man, knock that shit off. I'm serious. Just talk.
Jeez, you gotta learn to relax, Steve.
What do you suggest? Put some money on it?
He's the least relaxing person I've seen wearing a shirt of that caliber.
I still can't believe you actually wanted to come here. If I were in your situation, I'd avoid batting cages forever.
Well, thanks for...
If you were in my situation,
I needed the distraction.
you can shove it.
Oh, Garcia's on fire!
I think your ego's boosted plenty.
Okay, because I want to hit it, but I don't want to rub it in.
Shooting,
I mean, you can miss on purpose if you want.
I don't want to miss on purpose.
and I'm good at it. You gotta shut up.
Ugh.
Dang. My arm's throbbing.
Don't blame that on me. Gotta pay attention. Oh, the batting cage is serious business.
You're about the last person who should be telling people about serious business, Poppy. I remember I showed you how to play this game.
Well, let this superstar return the favor. Watch this.
Okay, now I'm going to swing and a miss, because that's hilarious.
Garcia's hot streak is cooling.
On purpose.
I think I got a few more swings in me. You in?
And he's gone.
Ah, David.
I don't think I've ever seen anybody, like, miss over and over. I'd be curious to see what happens.
David, what's wrong? Come back.
I'm sorry, man. I was trying to keep it together. I'm not good at talking like this.
What's going on? David. I don't understand.
You don't understand because you only think about yourself.
I'm
Bruh.
sick of it. It's been that
But
way
look,
for years.
he's so hurt.
Try to help me. Yeah, let me
You
help
hurt
You
Javi.
really want to help? All right. Drive me down to the recruitment office next week.
The army?
My job sucks. Kate and I fight like cats and dogs.
That's not because of your job.
And you also think the way to make that better is by being around her almost
I have
never.
respect.
You know what? Yeah, do what you need to do. The army could be good for you.
I was expecting more of an argument.
What's the
Between me and Kate.
I'm trying to support you.
Wow.
That was the best reaction ever.
It seemed like that would be best for everyone. I can't keep pretending
Can we
this
save
is the
that
life
clip?
I want.
I mean, I can make it like a highlight clip, yeah.
Worry themselves sick. You didn't see how stressed they got last time you deployed. Life's hard for everybody, Javi.
And now you're mad that I'm putting up a fight. Okay. Okay.
If I go, it's gonna be hard on everyone. Kate may need help from time to time. You can help, right? You won't leave her hanging.
Depends on what kind of help she wants, cause,
I'll be there for them, since you won't. If you want to go, you should go.
Thank you. I really mean it.
We good?
Yeah. We good.
Really, like, the only thing I don't like about these flashbacks is it's kind of hard to tell in some cases which order they go in. Like, this is obviously before their dad died, because that was, like, right when the apocalypse started, but there's another one
Yeah.
later I'm thinking of that I don't know if it was before this or after this.
well, and then is this before we had the argument where I told him that Kate was about to leave him? Or,
Right.
like...
I feel like it would have been before.
Joan's making a huge mistake.
No, you made a mistake when you tried to attack her.
You're
Hey,
the
You
mistake.
just take a breath, all right? I was just trying to tell them.
And that's your mistake right there. You can't fight everybody. Understand that Joan's not looking for revenge. She just wants order. Cooperation is the name of the game.
I'll see what I can do.
What, you're gonna choose that witch over me now?
Better start leaning on your brother, Javi. He needs to get with the program. You boys want to make it out of here. Just relax and trust in the process.
Yeah, that's what they told us at School of Education. Look how that worked.
Because that goes so well.
Yep.
After I brought you in. After I saved your asses.
I'm just telling them what they want to hear. I'm just telling them...
Lies.
David, I'm not your enemy. We have to figure out what to do about Joan.
Joan's betrayal wasn't as bad as yours, little brother.
What?
Do you see what Joan's doing? This is a power grab. Pure and simple.
I could have found a way to
The
protect
power
all of
group.
you. But now you're all on your own.
You gotta still have some friends here, right?
She managed to flip Clint and Lingard to her side somehow. Without them, it's hopeless. It's everyone out for themselves these days.
Hey, we can still win this. You and me together should be able to take down some punk-ass soldiers.
You are so goddamn naive, Javi. We were outnumbered here. I could be far away from here.
Remember the
There are
Alamo,
other
man.
communities out there.
I'm right here with you, man. We don't have to run. We can handle it.
All right. I'm listening. The problem is, I don't know what to do now. There's no way out of this. They got us boxed in here, literally.
They want to break us, so we have to put on a united front.
You with me? 100%?
100%.
Well, you two seem ready for anything.
Oh darn, the last choice I should have chosen, we should be ready for anything.
David, I'm not scared of you. I came here to talk, not fight.
Yeah, says the guns.
I like how all of her guards have
I
sunglasses.
want a calm discussion between us.
You've got the guns. Secret Service. You set the terms.
I'm glad you're willing to work with me.
Appreciates
Sad
that.
how we ended up here. But Clint and Lingard agree. You've become a problem.
When was I not a problem?
Tomorrow morning, I'm going to call for a gathering in the square. The people deserve to hear a full explanation of your arrest.
The full explanation is
Then
you're a
you'll be
dick.
replaced as head of security. No one's above the law, David. Not even you.
I know the laws, Joe. You're the one breaking them. David deserves a fair shot. He doesn't need to be replaced.
If he was as good as you say, he wouldn't be in this position, would he?
Oh shit, you right.
Set me up. Everyone's gonna see through your lies.
I did what I had to do to keep the people of Richmond safe. They're going to see that. And they'll also see that the biggest threat to them right now is you. We'll debate all of this in the morning. Right now, David, I need to ask you some questions in private.
Oh no.
Bring him with us.
Well, if you insist.
Screw this. Gotta get out of here.
Open the door. I'm sure they,
Yeah,
left it
let's
unlocked.
bust out of here.
No one's out there.
This can never end badly.
Nothing useful here.
I'm glad I can open exactly one of these.
Yeah.
Could squeeze through there.
No, you can't. You liar. That's gonna break. No?
I'm not gonna get up there from this bench.
That's a chair.
It is a chair.
Time to rest. That doesn't look very sturdy.
Are you talking about the lamp, or...?
I think he meant the lamp? Maybe?
That pipe looks loose.
You know what
Okay.
else looks
Question.
Kate?
Yeah.
Yes.
Turns out I didn't even need to finish that.
Been a long time since I hit the showers. Oh, and I could use one.
Don't punch the shower.
There's no running water in here.
How do you know? Whoops.
That's about the kind of day I'm having.
Oh, I didn't put it in his pocket.
It's like not an option to look at either. Hmm. Oh. Okay.
Do those boards come loose?
Kick.
I'm gonna kick it.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Nope. That was a poor decision.
Oh. Oh.
Ah.
Javi,
Nah.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure how I was going to find you.
Witchcraft.
Then I heard the glass breaking.
No way.
You're alive.
For now,
Yes.
I mean, I guess you could have made a relatively educated guess.
take this. Help me pry these bars off.
Shit. Give it a push from your side.
Nice.
Thanks, Kate. Now, give me a hand.
Also, you should be sliced to pieces from the glass.
Just a hair.
Because you did not clear out all the glass. I just felt like I should mention that.
Faces in the crowd.
You know what our best bet is? We should look as sketchy as humanly possible.
Let's be crouching, walking really slow and whispering. That won't draw any suspicion.
We've got this place surrounded. Come on. This way.
Where are you taking me?
Eleanor found a place. Gabe's there with the others. We've been in to see David right now.
Let him do it.
To be cautious.
We should probably keep moving.
Mana.
Where are the patrols?
Oh, they're around. I had some close calls on my way to find you. Almost got caught. But I got lucky.
Foolhardy.
You must be feeling better if you're sneaking around like this.
I'm not really.
Oh.
I'll get my rest when we're safe.
All clear. Come on.
This place is secure, they said. You'll be safe here, they said.
I saw them take David from the quarantine building.
Yeah.
How's he doing? I can't
He's
be
grumpy.
his wife anymore. But he doesn't deserve to be locked away.
He feels betrayed by everyone. You, me, his people.
I wish it didn't have to be this way.
It doesn't. We can just leave him.
Hold up.
Nice.
I think it's clear. Let's move.
Okay, lead the way.
They're gonna be looking for you soon. It's only a matter of time before they find the room empty.
They can keep looking. Because we're gonna be out of Richmond soon.
Not soon enough.
I'm glad someone graffitied red on that barrel.
There's a lot of activity.
If only they graffitied it in the color blue.
I don't like this.
Come on. Let's get inside.
Uh-oh. Telltale presents.
Kind of interesting they give you like the whole opening credits thing after unlocking the achievement for already getting through a sixth of the chapter.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I said this chapter's kind of short, because you got that achievement from literally just doing the puzzle of breaking out of the room.
Which was really just click on everything until it tells you what to do, basically.
Like, you could do it in what, how many steps? Because it's get the pipe, get the chair, and the chair's placed automatically, and then break the glass. So it's like a 3-step process minimum if you know exactly what you're doing on a subsequent playthrough.
But this is a much better title sequence than anything in the room, so...
Also very true.
So it's probably best. What the hell?
That looks like the thing from 1-4 in the first game.
Mm-hmm.
There's some zombies.
Meanwhile, that one down there has just given up on undead life.
No, it looks like she was just taking a
Oh, no.
rest, taking a breather.
Sleepy.
Zombies are known for taking a breather.
Gotta take a nap real
Yep.
quick. Mm-hmm.
Gotta rest those tired, weary old bones.
Mm-hmm. Mandatory Richmond presentation at dawn.
That looks like
I'm
a really
glad
bad
that
place
it-
to put a poster. Like, it'd be really hard to see.
I'm also glad that it specifies the date and the place. Important things to know when you're going to a meeting.
Yeah.
Are they building a gallows? Because it looks like they're building a gallows. What happened to St. Mary's face?
You know, erosion. Water.
Isn't it made of copper?
Mm.
I guess I just assumed that because it's like greenish.
Statue of Liberty syndrome.
Yeah. My apologies. My back is super stiff. I've been thinking hard about this, and I really think we should be a thing.
Da-na-na-na.
I'm sorry, I don't know if I feel like that way.
This feels like a bad idea to walk in.
Awkward.
Speaking of awkward.
Hey, buddy.
Sup?
It's good to see you, Javi. Really? Your goofy face and everything.
It's great to see you, Gabe.
I didn't expect to see you
My
again
bruh.
so soon.
My
Yeah,
nephew.
well, things have changed.
I just can't do this
Gabe.
now. Oh. Hey.
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 Look who's here.
Hey, guys. Hey.
Hey.
Hey! 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 Hey, Tyler. Hey!
Hey.
Hey!
Joan threw me and David in jail.
There's so many awkward moments in this game, like romantic-wise, like this one, the ones between Javier and Kate. They're just so
What is going on
weird.
here in Richmond? You know more about this place than the rest of us.
We just can't trust Joan. She's trying to remove David from power by pinning murders on him.
Told you we couldn't trust him. I want to go save my dad. Right now.
Then go.
He needs our help.
We need a plan first.
Javi.
Make sure it's the way to go.
Look.
Good. The last time you scrapped the plan and got yourself caught.
Exactly.
So we gotta make sure we don't screw this up.
Have you guys even looked out the window? Go look for yourself.
I'm getting a lot of attitude. I'm glad I had to do a QuickTime event for that.
Hey, it could be worse. It could be press F to pay respects.
Yeah.
Javi, even if you did get your brother free, you're not going to be able to go anywhere.
Wow. As much as I don't want to be here.
You sure are glad we didn't stumble into that on our own?
Fuck.
Friendly reminder, if you kill a walker
Can you imagine?
and put walker
I'm sure it's much
guts
safer in here.
Yeah.
on you,
I think the entire
the walkers will not attack you.
I guess they probably got around that by the fact that Clementine hasn't mentioned that, and apparently somehow they never thought to do that.
No, Clementine mentioned it.
Oh, she did?
Yeah, she showed up covered in blood.
Right now?
Oh.
That's crazy.
We'll need to make sure we can defend ourselves, no matter what we do next. Okay?
Defend. That's all you're doing? I don't want to risk us
What?
losing anybody else.
Also, I do like how nobody thought to think, hey, where is Clementine?
My dad showed me. There are lots. I can take us.
Like 4.
Okay. Sounds like a plan.
4's a lot, right?
Get back here as soon as we can.
Good luck. Come here.
Kate,
Just be careful.
Group hug.
I'm sure none of us smell great right now.
Yeah, probably not.
Awkward staring.
Yeah.
Look, Javi, I don't know if you heard us, but I think I fucked it up.
Dude, not right now.
Is this important?
About that, I don't think I can leave this apartment with things like this between me and her. It's just not right.
Really?
I know you must have at least heard something.
I'm not. Can I? You,
Don't worry about it.
Thanks. Just shouldn't have pushed it with her like I did. Wasn't fair. Too much going on already, right?
Javi, come on.
Just give us a minute, pal. I'm sorry, buddy. I don't know what to do.
Forget it for now?
With all that's going on here, everybody's feeling overwhelmed. Try to wait for the right time. Maybe she'll come around.
Right. Okay. Good luck out there.
See you later, Reinhardt.
I'll talk it over with Eleanor and watch over things here. You've got my word. I won't let anything happen to anyone.
You'll just shoulder tackle him into a wall if it does.
And we gotta catch up with the kid.
He didn't walk very far in that entire conversation.
I mean, yeah. Which is probably good. Yay!
Across the wall.
Water.
Across the water.
Water.
Be careful.
Stay alert. Be careful as we're being as suspicious as humanly possible.
Slow down.
Why did you say we got this?
Before, Javi.
No, you haven't, Gabe. Not really. Some decisions, you make them in a split second, and then have to carry them the rest of your life. You understand?
You think you can do these things, Nemo, but you can't.
What do you mean, Javi?
Not everybody in New Richmond is bad. Some of them can be trusted.
Seems like it's hard to know who to trust.
It's not easy. Even your father got fooled. Yep.
Even Anakin Skywalker can be fooled. Though, let's be real, Gabe's definitely not as cool as Luke Skywalker. Not even close.
He's not even cool enough to be in the...
He's not even cool enough to have the name Skywalker.
How do we know if we can trust him? We can. But that doesn't mean
We could call him Gabe Mouth Breather.
Okay. We don't want to make any noise.
Shut
Attracting
me,
attention. Hey, I can go talk to him while you sneak inside. I'll distract him. He won't do anything to me. That's a risk. I don't probably trust you because you're David's son, but I don't. Right. I can do this. Gabe, wait.
Hey!
Hey.
Oh, hey. I saw something. Show me.
Yeah, that's not sketchy at all.
Shouldn't you walk the other way, like where you came from?
I mean, you have a point.
And now we'll never see Gabe ever again.
May he rest in pieces.
That's what we call a win-win. We got inside and no Gabe. What more could you ask for, really?
That thing's gonna go off.
Oh, what, the metal detector thing?
Yep. Oh, hi.
Ooh.
Wasn't so risky.
That wasn't what I wanted you to do.
Whatever. It was no big deal. It's down here. The guns are through that door.
Locked. No time to look for a key either.
This ends well.
Smashy, smashy.
This is the hard way.
That was very loud.
Yes, it was. Do it again. Sounds like a shotgun blast, practically.
Popping and cracking all over.
Ah, yes.
Hell yeah, baseball bat time. I like the Call of Duty modded like color palette on that gun, with like the light blue and orange camo.
We've never done this before.
I do like how in The Walking Dead, like, Daryl is the only person that really uses the crossbow because it requires a different type of aiming than a gun.
Yeah.
So you
Oh,
don't see
crap.
them all over the place.
Drop it.
Oh wait, it's her. This is fine.
What the hell are you doing here? What are you doing with all that?
I'll be back.
Trying to help. I know you're pissed at me, but I want to do the right thing.
For your brother.
For him, for the rest of my family, for everyone.
Yeah. It was a shit thing to do, fucking off on me like that.
I know.
Why didn't you meet me at the stronghold? We had a plan.
My brother is in over his head and the water is rising. He needs our help.
You're damn straight he does. But why should I trust you now? As far as I can tell, you're nothing but trouble.
Yeah. We need you. A lot more than you need us, I know, but we need you.
That's about the most pathetic plea I've ever heard.
Yes. And?
You're lucky I've got a thing for underdogs. Okay. You know I'm in. And it looks like you could use all the help you can get.
Awesome.
I gotta grab something else real quick. Meet you by the front in 5.
Okay.
That eye roll was amazing. Just like, what the fuck am I doing, man?
I think Gabe has the bag. I can't see. Okay, there it is.
Come here.
Yeah.
Freeze!
Get away from me!
Oh god. Ow. I'm trying. So do you get stabbed regardless?
Yeah,
or-
you do.
Okay.
You're bleeding. Are you okay? My God.
I'll be fine.
Are you sure? I'm so sorry.
Shh.
Yes,
Now's
I'll be
not
fine.
the time to attract more attention.
We have to get back to the others.
Jeez, I can't leave you guys alone for 2 minutes, can I?
Nope.
You really can't.
Yeah. Just passed out.
Starting to think siding with you might have not been the best idea. Toss Sleeping Beauty in the closet some of this season.
Oh. I was like, what is happening?
Let me see that wound. It's really bleeding. You're getting
No way. It's
Nikki, did you
bleeding.
know that if you get stabbed, the blood comes out?
Oh my god.
friends. We can count on it.
Don't worry, the doctor said all my bleeding was internal, and that's where the blood's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Okay. But let's be quick.
And we're just leaving the weapon?
Yeah, why
out?
not?
Rule number 1 of the apocalypse: never, ever leave any weapon if you can help it.
Except if it's leave the gun, take the cannoli.
It's probably best if Lingard doesn't see these guns. He and David might be tight, but he's still part of Richmond's leadership council.
I like how it went from really bright red to dark red, and now there's just blood like all down his arm.
Do they have laser sights?
Mm-hmm.
Also, Gabe, don't use laser sights. Be a man.
Oh. Well.
Clem?
Oh, hi.
Shit, Javi, what happened to you?
Through a little
I
trouble.
got stabbed.
That looks like it must have hurt.
No
We
way.
need to get it cleaned up.
You surprised me. Thought you were someone else.
Looking for something?
Sort of.
Looking for
It's
this?
bad, but it's not like
It's not like what?
I'm just here to talk to Lingard about where AJ is now. Anyway, I can't leave Richmond with that herd out there.
Something tells me Lingard doesn't care what you're doing.
He's been out of it since I got here.
He's alive. Poor dumb bastard.
He's snoring.
It's more than just cleaning, Javi. I can stitch that for you. I can't promise it'll look great once it heals.
You've done this before?
Yeah, I have. On myself, actually, in much worse conditions. It'll be fine. Let me see if I can find a needle and thread for that.
Clem, are you okay?
I'm fine. I started bleeding.
Oh no.
That's the thing.
I'm not having this talk with her. No. 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 No.
Nikki, you're a girl. I volunteer you.
No.
Just understand.
Ah.
Totally normal. I mean, it's something female women have.
Female women.
It's, what's next? It's not fun, I know that, but Kate manages. You'll be fine, too.
Manages. How? I'm bleeding.
It's supposed to happen.
Maybe we're talking about bleeding was internal.
Okay.
I can take you back to Kate. she can help you.
Just them.
Bobby, worry about yourself right now. We need to find a needle and thread to stitch you up first.
Right.
Oh, right.
Slap.
Check the cabinets.
You missed a really awkward discussion a second ago. It was funny.
Penicillin. Not what I'm looking for.
But yeah, let's put it back. Because
It's all good, dog.
whoever needs penicillin.
Nah.
Not much left. It looks like painkillers are in high demand.
I wouldn't steal any medicine if I were you. It really doesn't go over well.
No thanks.
Remember what happened last time you stole pills from somebody in season 2?
Yeah.
Actually, I don't think you did that.
Jackpot.
I think you did give them back.
I did.
All sterilized and ready to go.
All sterilized and ready to go. Let me put them in my pocket.
I can tell it's sterilized because I looked at it.
Just pills.
Those only work in Left 4 Dead.
Here we go.
Just put those in my pocket.
Why are they in that cabinet? I don't know.
Why'd you put them in your pocket, not the backpack?
Again, we got some good questions. Okay, yeah, so I guess I'm not allowed to look at the rest of the room. Alright, so...
This is just what you're looking for. They help you handle it.
Sort of?
Yeah, make Kate do it.
Not my circus, not my monkeys?
I think I remember how to do this.
Oh, I remember
Okay.
stitching myself up.
Yeah,
Also,
Try not to break.
why do I have abs in the apocalypse?
It's probably more so they're showing from lack of nutrition.
I'm probably not the
Yeah.
best person to talk to about that stuff before.
You weren't that bad. Thanks for, being here.
What is this, the chapter of awkward conversations?
Become a mom.
Let me talk to you as you are half naked and
I already felt like a mom.
absolutely
Oh.
spectacular.
Even Ava would
Mr.
have to admit
Spectacular.
she's a good mom.
That is...
I just double punned there. I'm so proud of myself.
That's actually a thing from Big Brother.
Hint,
Absolutely.
this is a
No, Mr.
flashback.
Spectacular.
Yeah, but the abs and the pecs
Yeah.
were both mentioned. That made me so happy.
Absolutely.
And honestly, I think she would be too far into malnutrition to have periods. You know what I'm saying? Like,
No, I don't. I don't want to either.
I mean, okay.
No.
That is not my job.
But like,
I'm even married to you. And no.
boys. Prepare to stab.
Whoa there, Clem. It's just me.
What the hell do you want?
I'm really glad I found you.
Clementine, I know this is hard. I'm so sorry about what happened with AJ. Really, I am. Tell me he's okay. Please. He's as good as he can be, which isn't great. Look, it's not much, but here.
She's the master at throwing bags at people's feet.
It's amazing how many duffel bags you can find in the apocalypse.
Where do they find crayons in the apocalypse?
Mm-hmm.
AJ drew it just after you.
I failed him.
out here, and right now, you're hurting. Whatever you do, you can't let what happened get to you. You need to keep a level head. Plan for after that. You're strong, but that won't get you far if you don't know what you're doing.
I can make it on my own, just like I always have. I don't need anybody else.
I don't blame you. Just don't overestimate what you're actually capable of. For me, staying alive has always been about finding people I can trust as much as they trusted me. That's what the new frontier has been. A silver lining. Made me feel worth a damn. Kept me going in the worst of times. You'll find yours. I know you will. Someone or something.
You may have needed one, but I don't.
Everybody needs one sooner or later. They're the only good things we have these days. From the first time we met, right here, surrounded by absolute hell, you and AJ were a light in the darkness. Hope for a better world. That's who you are. Promise me you'll never lose that light.
You're the light.
It's what makes you special, Clem.
Okay, I promise.
You're a tough kid. Don't change. I should get back before anyone notices I'm gone. I know you said you'd get by on your own, but if you find yourself needing supplies, or just someone to talk to, there's an old airfield about 10 or so miles south of here. Prescott. There are good people there.
Not anymore.
I'm sure they'll help you out. I'll miss having you around, Clem. You're going to be okay.
Thanks, Ava.
Good luck out there, Glenn.
It's nice of them to finally give some Ava backstory after she just kind of up and disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
There's things I have to stay alive to do.
So, what do you think?
Perfect.
I think I'm getting better.
Since you can't actually see the wound.
I mean, brushing up on medical skills is probably a good thing for the apocalypse.
Mm-hmm.
You coming?
I still have to ask Lingard about AJ.
Morning, sleepyhead.
Hello, Clementine. Javier. Thought you were rotting in a cell with David. Then he
Oh my
chased you
god,
out.
dude, your eyes.
I hate to think about
He
what
may
you
have been
did.
partaking within the drugs.
Joe took him before he got out. I haven't seen him since.
That poor bastard. He's not getting out. Guess there's only one sure way to get away from Joan these days.
Shoot, Joan.
Why do you care if David got out? He deserves what's coming to him.
If you think that, you don't know David.
I know he's the reason I lost AJ.
When AJ recovered, David was the one who stepped up, took personal responsibility for that kid.
You say that like it's a good thing. I really doubt he was a positive influence.
David's the reason the kid's better off now than he's ever been. You can be as mad as you want about how things panned out.
Clem is AJ's family. No kid is better off when you break their family apart.
Maybe you're right. Maybe AJ should be with Clem. All I know is that he's better than he was when he got here.
No thanks to you or David.
I stand by what I said.
If David's taken such good care of him, why did he tell me to ask you where AJ is?
That's what this is about, then. You want to know where the boy is?
What do you want?
I just want to die. I want you to inject this in me. He got me to care about everything I'd given up on. My life. Other people. Even this goddamn place.
The thing isn't full. The syringe.
No, it's not.
I don't want to care anymore.
Just tell me where he is!
Then you won't have any reason to do it.
Can I tell him to write a note first?
I have to know.
Fine.
Alright, I'll do it.
Well, where is he?
He's at the McCarroll Ranch. A few miles west of here.
He's really alive.
Yeah.
No, you're fine. His arm blocks it.
Stick around.
Okay.
Handle the after part. I don't want to become one of those monsters.
Then why didn't you just ask for a bullet to the head?
Jones looking for you. And your friend. You better.
Because as we all know, the best kind of medicine is lead aspirin.
Mm-hmm. The best.
Kill him. Bash the head in.
Well, kill him again.
Stabby, stabby.
This is the part where you slowly stab into the brain.
Oh, hey.
Awkward. Awkward.
Clementine.
Awkward.
Surprised to see you here.
Let's move along.
Right back at you. You all good?
Yeah, we're all set.
You weren't friends with Lingard, were you?
I don't know how many.
Good to see you.
Gabe.
The literal worst ship Clementine could be with.
Crap. Beanie. Beanie full of crap. Poop.
His poop
head.
beanie.
Poop beanie.
Javi, you're back. And Clementine,
Thanks for the warm welcome.
just surprised to see you is all.
Guys,
You're
this
surprised
is
to
Ava.
see
Oh
me.
yeah, I know who she is. She's got a hell of a punch.
Yeah.
Ava can Falcon Punch, confirmed. It makes her instantly that much better.
Oh, you okay?
I got stabbed.
Looks worse than it is.
Kate's lying down in the other room for a bit.
So you got the guns, huh?
We got him all right. One for you, and one for you. I saved this one for you.
No, I've already got one.
Rejected.
Adios.
Sucker.
Though it would be pretty cool to watch like Clementine running and dual wielding pistols.
Dude, right?
What took you so long?
They work pretty well in Left 4 Dead.
At night? I'm kind of surprised he was sober.
He wasn't, and now he's
It's
dead.
gotta be a stressful job. Looking after an entire community?
He was definitely not 100% there. That's for sure.
And he's not 100% here now.
He wasn't even 30% there, man.
He was maybe 2%.
Why don't you go talk to Kate? Okay?
He partied.
Okay.
Go talk to Kate about the
stuff.
the thing
We'll be
with
rising in a few
the
hours.
stuff.
Jones people know we're holed up here, and they're gonna come looking for us. All of us.
For fuck's sake.
Maybe it's not as bad as we think. Fucking figures.
And there's no going
I love Ava.
They like me. That has to help somehow.
Just because they like you doesn't mean they're gonna like the rest of us.
We're sitting ducks up here.
We've still got time to get in front of this before Joan can do anything. Yeah, I don't know about you, but I'm not gonna sit around and wait for her to find us.
I'm liking the cut of your jib, Javi.
What does that mean?
You don't want to know.
Not with the herd out there. Like it or not, we're fucking stuck in Richmond. Now how the fuck are we gonna put the brakes on this thing?
Joan and her people are going to be at the square, right? We need to bring the fight
Man.
down.
We go after Joan, our problems are solved.
Set up a sniper.
So, how do
do we do that?
I feel like
We set
Eleanor
up a
could be pretty
sniper.
good sniper.
Joan will probably have a full security detail with her. She'll be insulated from us and from anybody in Richmond who doesn't agree with what she's doing.
If there are good people left in Richmond who are against what Joan's doing, we need to ask for their help. If we can talk to the people at the trial, present the case to everyone in Richmond, we might not have to do this on our own. We light the match, the people do the rest.
After we take Joan out, we're gonna need some way out of this mess. I don't know about the rest of you.
Take a hostage.
I'm not much of a runner.
Take a
We've got
hostage.
a truck, a big one, that we used to use for walker defense.
Oh yeah,
It's a
that
little
one.
busted up, but it's way better than nothing.
People are gonna be patrolling these streets looking for us. How far away is this truck?
I'll show you. We've been expanding, pushing
They're
out
also not going to be
making the
looking
safe zone even bigger.
for
Can't
her
promise you
so
they'd clear all
she
the
can
walkers
get
yet, but
the car.
Yeah.
that's where the truck's parked.
I can spit and hit it.
We steal that thing,
Ew.
nothing will be able to stop us.
Reinhardt can spit pretty far, in case you didn't know.
Hey,
Jesus, Javi, is that blood on your shirt?
Okay, yes, I got stabbed.
No,
Are
it's
we done?
ketchup.
It isn't.
How the hell did this happen?
It's a long story.
You're bleeding.
Gabe screwed it up.
things went a little
True.
sideways at the end. Gabe got in the way. A guard came after me.
Wait, that's not how I meant it.
I thought you guys were gonna be careful out there.
Hey, don't worry about it.
It's not how I meant it.
Thought you knew what you were doing.
You're still alive, aren't you?
Eleanor, can you take a look at this?
Hey,
As long as he keeps it clean, it should be okay.
you didn't even look at my wound.
It's fine, don't worry about it.
It happened.
I trust
It's over.
Clementine.
Move on already.
I'm just trying to make sure he's okay, Gabe.
What we need to be talking about is the plan.
I've been stabbed in case it's escaped your
I'm not
notice.
the one to go after that. Just give me a gun and I'll do whatever.
Hey, slow down, would you? You're getting way ahead of yourself.
Who's to say you're even coming along, kid?
Slow your roll.
Kidding me?
Oi. Don't talk to your stepmother though.
Bullshit.
Oh my god.
I'm not staying behind.
Gabe,
Your beanie is full of shit.
He's my dad. I'm going.
We haven't even said you're not going. We've just insinuated that you're not going.
Giving pretty good reasons as to why he shouldn't go, though.
Hurt is worth it. It's worth dying for.
No, it's not.
More important to me than anyone else.
no way anybody is dying. Not today.
I mean, it's gonna be tomorrow, but sure.
Time to talk it through, so everybody comes out okay. Nobody here is gonna let you be a martyr, Gabe. Your life is precious.
Aww.
Life is precious? Then how come he shot Conrad, huh?
Oh.
When he came after us, he tried to bargain with you.
Don't do this, kid. Not right now.
No time like the present. You shot him. You killed him.
What the fuck, Javi? Is she telling the truth? You murdered my friend?
Oh my god.
What the fuck did you do that for? You looked me in the eyes, man.
He had a gun on him. If I hadn't killed him, he was gonna shoot Clementine and Gabe.
He's telling the truth. When Conrad found out that I used to run with New Frontier, he went crazy. He would have pulled the trigger, no question.
I guess we'll never know, right? Because he's not here to tell his side of things.
Your beanie is
Make
full
sure
of
of that.
shit. I'm going
Looks
to
like you're a
make
pretty
you
fucking
eat
dangerous person to be around, Javi.
your shit beanie.
First you kill my friend, then you get me and my friends on Jones' shit list?
I think you need to give us some space, Javi.
Fuck that. I don't want to see you ever again. Well, maybe I'd be better off with Joan. At least I know she wants to stab me in the back. You get the fuck out and you stay gone, or I can't be held accountable. You
Gabe.
feel me? We can take care of ourselves.
I'm sorry it happened the way it did. Really. Conrad wasn't a bad guy. The situation was just fucked.
Also, I'm a battle rack
Better go
Gabe.
get that truck.
I'll get my stuff, then call you on the walkie when I see things getting started in the square.
Is there an option to punch Gabe in the nuts? Cause I choose that option.
So, if Conrad had actually survived to this point, that obviously doesn't happen, but as far as his involvement in the plan, he just decides he's basically gonna go rogue/renegade, and it's just like, I'll figure my own way to get out of here. But you meet up with him again later because obviously he couldn't get past the herd.
Doesn't Conrad die like no matter what, or
No, you can keep him alive through this game.
Oh, okay.
All the way. There's 3 different times you have to keep him alive. One's with the Clementine hostage. One's with giving him the gun in the part where you were with, like, Jesus and Trip, having to open that door to slide under with the crank. And then one coming up a little bit later. I think it's at the end of this part.
So that told everyone what you did, right? Screw that. I'm going to get the truck. You stay behind and keep watch.
Keeping watch is an important job, too.
Not as important as getting that truck.
Hey, Gabe. Come on. I need you to watch my back on this one.
Hey, Clem.
Yeah. Okay.
You have a tiny penis, Gabe.
He also has no chance with her. Like, none. 0.
She is so far out of your league, you're not even sure the game is baseball.
Like, you know how they say that girls are about 3 years more mature? That's not including the fact that Gabe acts like he is about 5. Like, if we're going by mental maturity, Clementine's about my age, and Gabe's about 5.
Oh, turn off the light, turn off the light, turn off the light, turn off the light.
Turn off the lantern, turn off the lantern.
Stop. Stop. So, those boards aren't holding up. Okay, good to know. I'm gonna look at that. Okay. Can I not look at that?
This thing looks like it moves too slow for an escape.
Yes.
You know that there was somebody at one point or another that actually tried to escape a bank robbing by using one of those?
Really?
He backed up traffic for over 10 miles. Needless to say, they caught him pretty damn easily. You know, whenever you're looking through neighborhoods and you see a bulldozer parked in the parking lot, that kind of gives it away.
There was a guy, he was a metal worker or whatever. Good lord. Like, he went on a rampage. And he had essentially created the ultimate armored vehicle. And was just destroying stuff left and right. Cops were doing everything they can.
I don't think.
Cops cannot use grenades in urban settings or anything.
As fun as that would be, yeah, that seems like a bad idea.
Yes and no. They have to get specific permission to use grenades.
And there has to be, like, nobody can be within a certain amount of range. Like, I think it's, nobody can be within 500 feet of them whenever they are using explosives.
I mean, you see me play Resident Evil 5, you know how powerful the grenades are in that game.
Also, that garage is not open enough to...
No. Not even close.
I'm ready to stab. Okay, or not.
I think they more so meant if it was locked or not.
Uh-oh. Squint. Dude.
Come on, we gotta hurry and finish before more.
Y'all suck at keeping watch.
Can't start the engine, not without attracting a lot of attention.
So stab them.
Kate, you steer. The rest of us are gonna get behind the truck and push.
What?
See if we can't get some distance between us and that.
What?
That's a terrible idea.
What?
Also, I'm gonna say this again. The garage is not open enough.
Kate's so stupid, she could be driving like this and she'd still stop to ask for directions. Also, how would they not hear this? Like, I know the engine's not started, but it's a massive truck.
She also did not put it in neutral.
No.
Also, there's no way that door was open enough.
No.
3 seconds ago.
Not even close.
Turns out you needed me after all, huh?
Piss
Gabe?
off.
I'm just saying, I know you didn't want me to come along.
You know I'm just trying to keep you safe, don't you?
Yeah, but...
But nothing. You want to keep doing stuff like this, you gotta learn how to follow directions.
You know, like your lefts and your rights.
Oh, well, then I'm screwed. Yes, they will.
Couldn't find an ignition key in there. Guess you'll have to hotwire it.
hotwired a car before?
No? Why would I know how to hotwire a car?
It's actually not that hard.
I'll need something to strip the wires.
They left all their supplies lying around. Bet there'll be some tools out there somewhere. Just try to hurry, okay?
Well, you go look for it then.
I mean, if we split up and I'll go look. Oh, hey, look.
We should split up and look for
A
keys.
giant toolbox right there.
You ever noticed in video games the toolboxes are always red? Like, always.
Right?
Like, we have 3 toolboxes in this house and none of them are red. Stab it.
Ah, I'm trying.
There you go.
Nice.
Give me that. Punk.
'Tis mine. Yeah, let's put a hammer and more tools in my back pocket.
Even though you're gonna need it almost immediately.
Clem and I will look out for walkers.
Because you did such a good job paying attention last time.
Alrighty. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is how you hotwire a car.
And welcome to Jackass.
This.
Have you ever used wire cutters before?
Yes. That's not how you use them, but...
No.
Gotta connect the battery to the ignition.
I really hope you, like, end up putting the wrong wires together and just setting off the horn or something by accident.
Can you do that?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Okay, so... we gotta connect the battery to the ignition.
Don't get electrocuted. Don't get electrocuted.
Oh god.
Shit.
Okay.
There be light.
Oh no.
Oh, yes.
Oh no.
Oh, yes.
Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Making my way downtown. Walker's fast.
Oh, shit.
Well, the good news is there's only one option here, so...
Hurry up.
Also, there's no way the people in there haven't heard this.
Let's go. Now.
Everyone, get in me car.
Between the car, the walkers, yeah.
And there you go. Bye.
It hurts.
Fuck, they left the gates.
Bye.
Oh, no.
Also, why is it that whenever we're trying to break out of somewhere, we start an outbreak?
It's fine. They said that part was still under development, so...
The square's a couple
No
of
big.
blocks away. This is a good place to wait.
Do we have enough gas?
I'm not about to turn the engine off again.
What now?
We wait for Ava to call us on the walkie.
Can I look at the gas meter?
No.
Sit and watch the sun come up.
Don't say it like that.
Well, I know we've got something for you.
Don't you hit on me again.
I'm teaching you to play euchre.
What?
It's not a real thing. It's a card game. Come on, it's fun.
Oh my god.
Remember fun? Man, I remember fun.
Kids in the back seat again.
Oh, now my heart hurts.
Really takes you back, doesn't it?
Hopefully Gabe will get shot next time.
Just you and me and Gabe and Mari.
Mariana.
This is nice. If I just close my eyes...
Imagine how differently this game would have gone if Gabe had been the one that got shot instead of
Do
Mariana.
what I do.
Oh my god.
Try to think about the nice stuff. Not everything that happened after.
Wouldn't have things
Gotcha.
been nice? Question mark?
That's not even a good rule.
Still got you.
Guess he stopped playing it cool with her. In case you haven't noticed, Gabe's got a little crush on Clementine. He likes her. You get it?
Nope. I'm not gonna. There's no safe answer.
Silence is a valid option, as the game will tell you.
I like it. Love is optimism.
Or in some cases it's saying
Clem
you
deserves better.
You dislike one person slightly less than you dislike everybody else.
I like that.
Clem deserves better.
It's
you know?
You really do smell something
Clem
burning now.
still
As
deserves
crazy as
better.
things get, as terrible and tragic and just plain
Yeah,
stupid,
right?
there's nothing more wonderfully ordinary as two kids falling for each other.
Um.
Not that they're there yet. But to feel something that intensely for another person, really the best trick there is.
When I was his age and I liked the girl, I was a fucking wreck.
Same.
Sweaty.
I like how his eye twitched right when he said that, too.
Boners behind math books. We knew. Every time, we knew.
I didn't.
It's unfair.
Speak for yourself,
That's all I'm
Kate.
saying. That they're feeling what they're feeling right now, and when that sun gets a little higher, it's right back to the fight. I just wish he could have had a childhood, you know?
I wish he had gotten shot and not Mary.
Why couldn't it have been Arnold?
Mari, both.
Like, you did the best you could, Kate. You kept his family alive as long as you possibly could. It counts for a lot.
I hope you know, Javi, having you there with me, right by my side, all
Don't
this
do it. Don't do it.
That's what made the difference.
Don't.
You're so sure of what you're doing all this for.
Good, because I'm not.
I did it because a tree told me to. Oh wait, that's Ocarina of Time. Never mind.
Example for people. For Gabe especially. Someone to be proud of. Someone who sticks around.
I get it. There's no graceful way to say this, so I'm just gonna say
No! No!
Oh
I know
no.
We've had moments.
No, we haven't. I've tried to not have moments.
They're always a little hot.
What?
And a little confusing.
No.
I think she means hot as in angry.
Some of them haven't at all. But before whatever happens tomorrow happens, I need you to
No. No. No.
whatever this
No.
thing
No.
is between
No.
us.
No. 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 I don't.
And I know the fact that David is back in our lives now makes this whole thing
No.
more
This goes so badly. Oh my god. Why?
feel the same way.
And the best part is
No, don't make me answer.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
No pressure.
Maybe I should have stayed quiet.
Oh my god. No. No, I didn't want that.
And then you don't answer.
No, I didn't want that. I didn't want either of these options.
I think if you ask
No.
I think if you actually don't answer, it just picks based on like the previous things you've said to her.
No.
Yeah.
Oh.
We're doing this. Oh god.
I realize we're gonna have a weird conversation.
No, I don't want to have that conversation with David. No, 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 no.
Gonna take a bat to your head.
Never.
Do we have to?
I've watched you play 3 seasons of this game, and I've never seen you regret a choice so quickly.
I regretted the question before it was asked.
You're crazy.
Oh man. I was really hoping you were gonna say no because her reaction is hilarious.
Oh my god. What is her reaction if you say no?
She's just like super awkward and slightly angry, depending on if you've been flirting with her a lot.
Just get into the square.
Oh my god.
We gotta get over there. Now.
See, and now here's the thing. If I don't save David, Gabe's gonna be mad. If I do save David, then I have to deal with him and Kate.
I'm going to hang back here with the truck.
Keep the walkie close by. We'll tell you as soon as we've got David.
David?
No!
Good luck.
I regret this immensely.
Anything else from Ava?
I regret a lot of things.
Crowd out there.
Oh my god.
Ava got cut off by something.
It's...
Somebody.
I am truly a horrendous people pleaser.
Some idea of what we're heading into.
Like,
Well, yeah, it's gonna be a little bit more than just pleasing when it comes to.
I know.
Was the whole plan shot, or did she just have a little setback?
We can't get distracted.
Also, if you thought that was a tough choice, just wait.
It doesn't change what we have to do.
I just wish we had a little more information. That's all.
We're not gonna know what went wrong until we actually do this thing. So, let's do it already.
Do it.
okay, so we're doing this.
No.
Hey, roll.
No.
Which
Jerk.
one is a bad person?
You're right.
I wish that had been like a real actual thing. Even though it's not, it's still funny.
Oh my god. Quick question, do we have all the guns?
I think Clem's got 2 handguns, Gabe has a handgun, and you have a handgun, and the bat. Also, good guess on them constructing the gallows.
Also, no one's recognizing me.
We can't wait for the others, can we?
For years now, Richmond has been governed
For
by
years.
one simple principle. Strong council, strong community. But, unfortunately, the actions of one of the members of that council.
So, can I shoot the rope? Because that would be awesome.
She's lying to all of you.
I'm sorry to have to show you this. Truly, I am. But you all need to see.
I want to see.
Just look what he's done.
Oh.
So, depending on who you spared or killed, you can get different bodies in there. So, like, if you didn't kill Lingard, he won't be in there.
Happy to do it. Is this who we want in charge?
I think you can get up to 5 bodies in there. 4?
Technically, I did kill them both. This is awkward.
This is really happening. She's gonna kill him. She can't do this to him.
Try to keep your cool. Joan's smart, but we're smarter. We just have to be careful.
We can't screw this up.
How is no one noticing us? Oh.
I heard you were planning to crash our little
Hi.
party. Why don't you come on up here? Show your face to everyone. I'm sure these people would like to hear what you have to say.
Why should I, huh? What are you after?
You think I'm trying to pull a fast one on you?
Yes.
Since we're here now, we might as well.
We both know you killed Dr. Lingard. Why, Harvey? Why would you do that to us? The
It was fun.
only surgeon in a 100-mile radius, but you didn't care about that.
Dr. Lingard had a problem. He couldn't stay out of his own supply. He asked me to put him out of his misery. I was only doing what he wanted.
Sorry if I don't take your word for it. Too bad you killed the only man who could back up your story. I had a very interesting conversation with your friend Eleanor last night. Isn't that right, Eleanor? We did. She said you were coming here to rally the people against me.
Eleanor, you
Convinced
suck.
them that I was no good for Richmond. Don't know how you thought you were going to pull it off, considering it's all of us against the 3 of you.
And that's exactly what I'm planning to do.
Appreciate the honesty, which makes this so much harder. Here in Richmond, people who put themselves before the group don't last long. Bring them out.
Get away from me.
You're making a mistake.
Ava!
Oh no. They had them this whole time.
David wanted to tear this whole place down. He told his people where to find our gun supply, and sure enough, they picked us clean. You really thought you could ride into town and stage a coup? With our own damn weapons? Something like that? I can't just let it go. You've put me in a no-win situation here, so I'm gonna do the same thing to you. Both of them deserve to die for their crimes. However,
Oh no!
Oh, I'm excited for this.
Don't!
not after what they tried to do. You may be guilty of bringing them into this, but they chose to go along with it.
Is this the kind of leadership you got in store for Richmond? Torturing people with your stupid power games?
Justice isn't a game, Javi. It's about time you learn that.
Joan, are you sure about this? We never agreed to killing all these people.
It's really up to Javi, isn't it? All eyes are on you. Maybe this will help you make up your mind. Boys? Come on, Javi. Who's it gonna be? Your friend? your brother's lieutenant?
It's good that they give me a lot of time.
Yeah, they give you a lot of time for this.
You can't be serious.
I'm not.
Oh man. Oh man, just wait.
I may have just messed up, but like.
Oh, I can't wait to see your reaction to this.
They're gonna kill Ava. I'm about to be upset.
The sacrifice you're making here, Javi. Shoot her.
Wait! I said don't shoot Ava!
You did, but there's something else you need to understand. Betrayal.
Joan, think about what you're
You
doing.
suck
Ava's one
an
of us.
entire bag
Can't
of
help
dicks.
you do this.
This is fucked. I can do anything I want. You brought this on yourself. Do it.
See, how do they not depose her right now?
Wait! No!
Oh my god, he really shot her.
God damn it.
Now, David.
They fooled you.
your turn.
So yeah, if you'd spared Trip, Trip would have been the one that got shot. Or if you told them rather to spare Trip, he would have gotten shot.
I can't believe this. This isn't how we do things. This is madness.
Stop her, Clint! Is this the process you trusted?
No. Think about this, Javi. You know what's gonna happen here.
Your mom. Ugh.
Also, you probably shouldn't hit that button.
I don't know what button I hit.
There's only one button on the computer that can
Go
do
button
that.
spam!
You're button mashing in a dialogue
That's how we've
scene.
always done things. How about you take David and the rest of your people and just get the hell out? Go far away from Richmond, and then whatever you do is up to you.
I'm sure the herd outside would like that.
She thinks she's sending us out there to die.
She's counting on it.
Everybody put your guns away. We're gonna handle this peacefully.
Well, I mean, the lady put up her machete
Don't
even
listen to
though...
them, Javi! They're fucking butchers! All of them! Shoot that bitch! Take her out! She deserves it! We're leaving. All of us. Right now.
I didn't say you could go.
Doesn't matter if you did. This is how it needs to happen.
He's gonna do it. Yep.
What are you... I don't believe any of you. Take your deal and shove it.
They're liars, Clint. All of them.
One step closer and I kill him. I swear I will.
Go ahead and shoot then. I warned you.
David, please. Put the fucking gun down. Sorry, little brother. She's not gonna win. I can't let her.
No, 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 no. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Where do you use those meat shields?
Oh my god.
Right in the shoulder.
Oh my god.
Don't try and save her. She's dead.
Gabe, no. Oh my god.
No!
Oh my god.
So many people.
Oh my god.
So many...
That's what you get for wearing your sunglasses at night. Because technically they said the sun was rising, so
Look
it
at
was
all
in fact
these
sunlight.
walkers you've created. I mean, you've shot 2 in the head, yes. But so many other
definitely
walkers...
not all of them.
Fucking hack! Get back here!
No, 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 no.
Okay, I need you to cover me.
No. 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 No.
Oh
No. No. No.
Dad needs us. We gotta get out there.
No.
David's not thinking right. What's worth more? His revenge or your life?
I think you're right.
So if you had picked shoot Joan, Joan would have been the one that died there, obviously. You get her right in the eyeball, too. It's great.
Shit, I gotta help her.
I like that guy just slowly walking towards her.
I'll try and cover you.
I appreciate you, Trip.
Even though you had ordered him to be the one to die. Also, you should have fired
What?
her.
I did. What?
You are dead.
may need to double check where my fingers are on your keyboard.
I like how on his gun there's a laser
I'm
sight
prepared
that's
pressy.
like...
I pressed E.
There you go.
Okay.
You've done it.
Thank. Ow.
I knew David was gonna do something to fuck this up. I told you what he was like. When are you gonna start believing me? Shit, get down!
I hear gunfire. What the hell is going on over there? Are you guys okay? Do you need a pickup?
Stay away from the square. It's too risky. We'll come to you.
I can't hear you.
Oh no.
Too loud.
Grenade!
Oh no! Oh no! Run, 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 run.
Yes. Did you at least kill the lady?
No. In choosing between shooting Joan or taking the deal, you're basically saying either Joan dies or Clint dies.
Oh, hello.
Should have killed Joan.
He's coming for us.
No, 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 no. Oh my god. Ah!
So, at that point right there, Conrad would have saved you and sacrificed himself if you didn't do the quick time event and he was still alive.
Oh my god.
Oh God!
Bobby, you've got to get over there before.
Oh god.
Before that happens.
Oh no!
And now you don't have to worry about that horrible decision you've just made with the whole let's do this relationship thing.
Oh no.
Also, you let the zombies in, so you probably shouldn't have done that.
I tried to tell her not to come over here. I really did.
Oh my god, do I try.
I try all the time.
For this execution.
Pretty much.
There you go.
Is that the end of episode 4? Alright. Alright. Promised that we would help Kate. Meanwhile,
I'm surprised that number is as
8.6.
high as it is for the not choosing to help. I figured it'd be even lower than that.
How did you respond to Dr. Lingard's request? Oh, you could let Clementine choose?
Yeah. On one of the options for if you say, like, I won't do it, then Clementine will say, then let me do it, and you can say yes or no. I'm kind of surprised that's not closer to 50-50.
I still regret that decision.
So more people did try to save Ava. That's kind of interesting. I figured Tripp would have been...
Because Ava's awesome.
I know, but Tripp's been with you, like, story-wise, he's actually with Javier more often.
More people shot Joan. Interesting.
Well, yeah.
There you go.
So I think I was in the minority once.
Yeah. Just barely,
good.
too, because that one was pretty even.
Mm-hmm. I probably should have shot Joan.
Yeah, Walking Dead Season 2. Yeah, we already have that.
Yeah.
You've already played that.
I'm glad that for Season 3, the ad for Season 2 is showing up.
I mean, every other time it was Batman, so...
Good point. I'd rather this than Batman.
You can actually let Batman die in the Batman game at the very end.
Good.
You control Catwoman, and he's, like, pinned under rubble, and you can either save him and lose the chance to get away, or...
Oh, you're talking about the new Batman.
Yeah. Newish.
Alrighty. So...
From the gallows. I love that shot there. That's actually pretty cool.
That's really cool. So, can we survive this giant mess we've gotten ourselves into?
So let's see, who's dead at this point from episode 4? Clint is dead, Lingard is dead, and Ava is dead, right? For the big characters.
Tripp's gonna be mad, but he was, like, already mad, so...
Yeah, he kind of was happy. Of course, now he might know that Eleanor betrayed them, so he might be more angry at her.
Whatever this thing...
What a good thing.
Why are you showing me my regretted choices? I don't want...
And I know the fact that David is back in our lives now.
Oh my
makes
god.
This whole thing...
This is gonna come back to get thrown in my face. I bet you $1.
Do you feel the same?
I mean, I wouldn't take that bet because I have watched people play through this game many, many times and gone through different pathways, so...
So yeah, it's gonna get thrown back in my face.
Just look what he's done.
Look what you've done.
Who's that other person supposed to be? Is that supposed to be Badger?
Pretty sure, yeah, because it's the one that I beat in with the bat.
Yeah.
Isn't that right, Eleanor?
But hey,
I think there is a way to make it only one body there, though, because you can have Conrad kill Badger if he's alive at that point.
Well,
and then you don't have to kill Lingard.
and at least I killed them and didn't leave them as zombies.
Let Ava live.
Shoot her.
Wait! I said don't shoot Ava!
God damn it.
In
I
terms
liked
of
Ava.
In terms of cruelty, though, you did pick the better option, because Tripp actually doesn't get shot in the head, he gets shot in the neck, and he's, like, just writhing on the ground, gurgling until he dies.
Oh my god.
It's kind of graphic, actually.
Do people still do this whole thing if Tripp is shot?
Oh yeah, like, they still freak out and whatnot, whether you shoot Joan or take the deal. That will still happen. It's just like, if you shoot Joan, then obviously chaos ensues and you have to go up there and free David.
Also, literally, who thought it was a good idea to throw a Molotov cocktail into a car going
That
like
was
that?
driving towards,
like,
yeah.
Howdy face. The unfortunate thing is we can't even, like, go check on her, because...
Well, I mean, the episode ended right here, so...
Yeah, well, we can't check on her, because there's zombies everywhere.
Oh, don't worry, you'll be
Right?
killing lots of zombies in this episode.
Yay! Prepare to point and click.
In terms of, like,
vigorously.
how the story progresses, though, I am actually legit glad that Reinhardt was the one that survived. Like, I like Ada as a character more, but just what happens in episode 5, if Reinhardt's alive, I like a little bit more.
While we're still breathing, Javi.
I'm letting the bones speak to me.
Oh my god.
I think I can hear them.
Oh, hey.
They're saying, "You're gonna lose, come mierda, so play all."
Oh my god.
I must have inherited patience from Mom.
Oh, come on, man.
Calm down.
5-1 or 5-2.
No one is ever in a rush. If he plays his last.
What did you play? 5-1?
5-2.
Well, he had 2-1, so it didn't matter. Also, you're out of the will.
Really?
Dominoes. What exactly did you
See, now I really want to play dominoes. I used to play a lot.
Play baseball.
Oh, snap.
Slugger.
That's enough, both of you. It's not Javi's fault. He's a disgrace to the game of dominoes.
I won.
Rude.
That's $10 you owe me. Both of you. I know you're broke, Javi. You should sit out the next game, since we all know I'm gonna win. No shame in surrender.
Don't kid yourself. You got lucky.
Luck. It was skill. Pay up, little brother. If you can.
I'll cover for Javier.
Oh, is it your turn to do that now? I lost track. Poor, helpless Javi.
Get my wallet, Mio.
Keep an eye on him. You don't want him snatching an extra 20 for gas money.
It's on the counter.
Yo.
Sure, Pa. Pa? What's this? Hey, man, I was reading that. What? What's up?
What the fuck is this? None of your business.
He has cancer.
What? Pa? Really?
I'm old. Old people get cancer. You didn't need to know.
That's not for you to decide.
Jesus, Pa. I'm so sorry.
Be sorry for your domino skills.
I forgot how much I like his dad.
It's okay, mijo. Ask me.
How bad is it?
You won't have to worry about paying me back that $10.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ, Pa.
Hey, settle, David. Now,
You haven't told Mama?
and neither will either of you. You hear me? Mouth shut.
That's not okay, Pa. You have to tell her.
When the time is right, I will.
That's not good enough.
It's good enough for me.
You're gonna need her help with this, Pa. Driving you to the doctor, getting prescriptions.
Wait, what are your options? Treatment, stuff like that.
Chemo, radiation, all that expensive mierda.
Great. When do you start?
I turned it down.
Turned it down?
You don't get to turn it down.
So much money, for what? Another month. Another game of dominoes to lose. It's not worth it.
If I was still playing ball, I could have paid for it.
I'll pay for it.
It's not happening. Save your money.
Fuck the money. I can afford it.
You can afford it, David. But my bride can't. Let's play another game.
You are a fucking coward.
Oh my god.
Selfish coward. Bobby, can you believe this shit?
David, I get it, man. It's not fair, but come on, take it easy.
Sit down. Both of you. You know, I pray for daughters. Every night your mother was pregnant with both of you. Please, God.
How unfortunate.
And look what happened at that.
How many problems would have been solved if they were both girls?
Did Dr. Joyner ever tell you about his friend with exceptionally bad luck about having daughters?
No.
He had a friend who has nicknamed him, or who has been nicknamed Bad Luck Pete, who they tried for a son and they got twin girls, and so they tried again and got another girl, and so they figured they were going to try one more time, and what happened? Another set of twin girls.
Oh my god.
You're both the same.
Tried for one son, got 5 daughters instead.
David feels betrayed about everything.
I mean, to be fair, I feel like his dad's right. It is his decision to tell whoever and when.
Still, gonna be a name carved in stone before you know it, Javier. That'll be me. Letters on a rock that nobody wants to visit. I know you think you're strong enough to handle that alone. And so does your...
Could Dr. Joyner tell you how statistically likely his friend's bad luck is?
I mean, yeah, he doesn't do statistics. That's Dr. Fisher, but I'm sure he probably could.
Legacy, Javier. It's all anyone leaves behind. That and their bones. Be brothers. Before it's too late. That's not too much to ask.
Okay, Bob, I'll try.
As hard as you can.
As hard as I can.
I still need to pay David.
Ah.
Boy, if you had just won the game, we wouldn't have had this problem.
So you're blaming me for all this.
I'm depending on you, Miguel. We both are.
Papa, no.
So that kind of gives you backstory from the flashback in episode 1 of how he died. He ends up dying to cancer.
I mean, I figured as much. No one seemed particularly surprised.
Really, he could have just died from old age, because he's pretty old. Because in the case of some cancers, you'll die more likely with it than from it.
Oh wait, the door's open. So she may have bailed.
Run and gun.
Why are they...
Because they can.
Oh, yeah.
Because they wear sunglasses. Maybe that's how they know who to shoot and who not to shoot, is depending on if they have sunglasses or not.
There's no one in that car. Also, why are they focused on shooting me and not the zombies?
Speaking of zombies, here's a zombie.
Ew!
Ah, yeah, there we go.
Make you want to take a shower.
No, cover yourself in the guts.
Fuck that one. Yeah, no.
Yeah, she's not there.
No.
Oh, well, this is distressing.
Kate! Gabe! David! Over here! Where's Kate? She's not here. She must have gotten out. If something's happened to her, if you've gotten her... How about it? You're welcome. I just saved your life. Is that what you're thinking about? Kate's more important than your ego.
You're also blaming me for this. And, she'd be fine if I didn't try to save you. Oh no.
That's not Kate. Or it is a zombie.
Oh dear. Wait. Is that Kate as a zombie? Or is that...
No.
Oh, okay, there you go.
That's why I said that's not Kate.
How are you okay?
Thank God you're alright.
Oh, this gets awkward real fast.
Oh, it sure does.
Still in one piece.
Oh gosh.
Nice driving back there. This is good. If you'd swerved a little more, you would have actually hit me.
That'd be even funnier if he actually did run over Conrad and kill him in that. Nice driving, you just killed one of my friends. Keep firing.
Yeah, this is coming back to bite me.
Focus on your surroundings.
Thanks, Peppy.
There's Gabe and Clem.
Lead the way, hubby.
Look out, he's got a bat.
Damn it.
Get the knee, like this.
Punch him in the kneecaps.
I got a great teacher.
You guys alright?
Yeah. I'm fine.
We're not gonna look for Trip?
Look at them. There's so many.
We'll be safer inside. Get in.
I mean, we're kind of busy.
But Reinhardt can be your shield.
That should hold him for now. You put up a good fight out there.
I don't care what you think.
Gabriel, do not take that toll with me.
You murdered that man after they let you go. You're a killer. Just like they said.
You did that?
You don't understand.
Please don't make me in. Please don't make me.
I had to do it.
Please don't make me.
Let's go. They still would have killed us. Sooner or later.
I mean, you could have picked silence.
Hold up, David. You are completely out of control. Now everyone in town's gonna think you've lost your mind.
His brains splattered all over me.
You are my son. I am doing what any parent would do to keep you safe. You do not get to judge my actions. Hear me.
Please don't bring me into this. Please don't.
When someone speaks to you, you stand up and answer them. He's scared. Cut him some slack. He's scared because you coddled him. He has to learn to deal with his problems. I'm trying to protect you, Gabe. I lost you once. I won't let it happen again. Okay? We made it through alive. Let's just be glad about that. We need to check the other entrances. Make sure we're safe. Gabe, wanna help me out?
Oh no.
Gabriel. Just be careful, buddy. A lot of muertos out there. Gabe and I will watch each other's backs.
I'll help too. Okay.
Hey, Clem's with them. It's fine.
It's not that. It's... Let's just... I'm all over the place. I need to focus on something. Anything.
No.
Just need to focus. On whatever.
Let's just go upstairs. The further we are from these doors, the happier I'll be. I just want to get as much distance between us and the muertos as I can.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Let's go. Oh my god. This is a fucking nightmare.
Oh god. Oh Jesus.
Mommy, it's them.
Oh god. Oh Jesus.
I'm glad Mariana didn't live to see this.
Don't.
See what her father's become.
What have you done?
Again, thanks, Linkin Park.
Scared that the monsters are coming after her next. She would never trust us again.
We'll get through this. Together. We have for years, right?
But what about these people, Javi? They're not as lucky as we are.
Javier gets lucky a lot, in case you didn't know.
Oh no.
That hole is there because of me.
This is the world we live in now. If it wasn't this today, it'd be some other shitty thing tomorrow.
The world didn't do this. I did.
No, really, it was
No?
you who shot them. That's who did it.
Also the guy with the Molotov cocktail?
As best we can.
Really? I thought you hated this place. All you've tried to do is get out.
These people, they didn't ask for this. Just like we didn't ask to lose Mariana. We couldn't do anything about that. But maybe we can do something about this.
Like...
Episode 5, From the Gallows.
From the gallows to
Right here
Eleanor.
At the gallows. That would have made that episode a lot darker.
A lot.
Hey, it's the
Oh, hey,
trailer.
Eleanor, you suck.
Showing up here after the bullshit you pulled.
The bullshit you pulled.
Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable.
Fuck
We're
you.
here to help. Let's settle this and focus on that.
You want to help. Yeah, that's laughable.
Why did you tell Joan what we were doing?
I was triaging a bad situation. Their doctor is dead. And before you guys fucked it up, their walls worked.
In case you didn't notice, somebody threw a Molotov cocktail.
I can actually save lives here. Not just stitch them up and hope for the best. These people will die without me, Javi.
They're gonna die anyways.
I know she, well, fucked us over. But she's trying to help them. She's trying to make something right.
That doesn't mean she still doesn't
That's worth
suck.
forgiving, right?
No.
She's trying. That counts.
She's doing a good thing now. But she's got a long way to go before I forgive her.
You're one to talk.
Yeah, I am. Fight me.
We should try to help. Not everyone here is guilty.
Is that you, Doug?
I hear handsome.
Her and Rufus. What's wrong with him?
Bitten. He's slipping in and out of delirium.
If he's bitten.
Find Ida. We have to find our daughter.
I know that guy. We had a situation. He's lucky I didn't shoot him.
Looks like his luck just ran out.
Let them have a minute.
Yeah, I think it's a different guy if you didn't do that.
You gotta cut his arm off. It's too far along. I'm sorry. Bullshit. It can work. I've seen it. Do you want his last moments alive to be more painful than they need to be? I just want to try. I can't lose everyone. Please. I'm begging you. Please.
Brain him.
I'll try.
Just missing him in the head.
Don't offend me yet.
This ends well.
Oh, yeah. Y'all might want to get some towels or some shit ready. Wow!
I'm
one
honestly
shot.
surprised that was a one shot.
You know when you crit 20?
Oh.
And then
Awkward.
die.
Awkward. Awkward.
You know that moment
Undo.
where you're using Wrath as a skill
Undo.
and you get too many criticals in a row and then die? Yeah.
Ooh.
Lady, you told me to do it. She told me to do it.
He'll die whether you say yes or no.
He was too far along. The bloodlust didn't help either, I'm sure.
I'm sorry. I tried.
No. Now's not the time for this. Guys. Lady.
Easy.
You blew a hole in our wall. Got my little girl killed. Got my whole fucking
this to happen. I'm so sorry about your daughter.
You can apologize to her face just a second.
Stand down. That's an order. Kate, no.
Fern, this is all because of me. I caused the explosion. I killed your daughter. Please, forgive me. It's my fault. Please.
Please, forgive both of us.
Bruh! Bruh! Calm down!
Zombie. Angry.
Bruh!
My God.
Bruh! Bruh!
That's actually how you're supposed to disarm a person.
Yeah. Well, remember, he is ex-military.
Yeah.
Because I would have.
I mean, there's the way where you're... Oh, there it is.
No! David! Kate! I'm sorry, that was an accident.
You were going to kill her.
She was going for her gun.
Look at her.
Gabe,
She can't even stand up. What the hell is wrong with you?
It was over the line, Gabe. You're right.
For once.
Gabe, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that to you. You know that. Why the hell are you all looking at me that way? They're scared, David.
They just saw you break someone's arm.
I'm protecting them.
And then, you know, shoot someone.
You're also gesturing with a gun.
So I'm all alone.
No. You're just being a jerk.
Fine then. You people are on your own.
You know, except for everybody around you.
Such an asshole.
I've seen that look in his eyes before. You should go after him.
Why?
Really don't want to.
Do I have to?
Can we go look for Reinhardt instead?
Yeah. That's my vote.
If there's one thing that taught me playing a DPS or if there's one thing playing a DPS has taught me, it's go look for Reinhardt. He'll be your shield.
Mm-hmm.
David?
Uh-oh.
What are you doing? Come on. Just take a step back. You wouldn't want to, slip or something. Come over here. Or are you afraid of me too? I know the rest of them are, right? I'm a lot more afraid of falling. And I'm even more afraid of landing. There's nothing to be afraid of.
As they say, it's not the fall that kills you.
What?
My wife, Javi, my son, they look at me differently.
Yes.
Maybe you're seeing them. I want to show you something. Stand with me.
No.
That's enough, man. Come on.
Oh no, he's disappointed.
I was actually kind of hoping you would stand with him. They give you like a really cool background shot whenever you do that.
I'm not about to stand on that.
Stand down, man.
Dude. Stop. Okay.
Did you actually think he was going to jump?
I didn't
A
expect you
little
to
bit.
understand.
No, step. No.
Like, I didn't not
Change. Javi.
expect.
I always have. Really? All you ever tried to do was get me to change. Only because I couldn't bring myself to do it first. It's the one war I could never win. And I'm wondering why. Is it because I don't know how? Or because it's impossible to change who you really are?
This is a little bit much.
You don't have to say anything. I know what you're thinking.
I'm thinking,
Are
man,
you?
I'm thinking, man, I can't wait to go to Jay's after this.
Maybe. Just gotta live long enough to find out. Just like with anything else.
Oh, I thought she was gonna walk back. Like, oh no, never mind.
She's like, nope, nope, nope. Same.
I ran into.
Oh hey!
Reinhardt, my
You're
boy.
probably not happy
My
to see me.
boy.
Kept on the entrances. The muertos were everywhere. We got him inside just in time.
You're probably mad at me.
So we let him in.
Thank God you're okay, man. I was worried.
This ends badly.
Trip. About earlier.
Yeah, about that.
I'm gonna
I'm
get
gonna
punched.
punch you in the teeth.
Oh.
I got every right.
He really does.
Figured you'd put up a little bit of a fight.
Oh, I hope nothing more, but I just can't shake this slippery feeling I got. Like I'm standing in shoes that don't quite fit. You picked me to die, and someone else did instead. Ain't sitting right. Not one bit.
I don't know what to tell you, man. It was fucked up.
No doubt. Top to bottom. I keep putting myself in your position. About Conrad, about all this. Asking myself over and over again whether I'd do the same. I'd love to tell you I wouldn't. I really would.
Dude.
But I can't. If someone threatened my family, I'd shoot him in a heartbeat. Hell, I'd shoot him twice to make sure the lesson stuck. It's a complicated world. But at least there's people to share it with. Bygones?
I did not.
I'm in if you are.
I'm lucky to know you, Trip.
I did not expect this.
Yeah, that's another reason I liked picking him, was because, again, that speech kind of mirrors Kenny's, where he's talking about in episode 5 about you don't just give up, you know, stick it out and help the people that you care about.
They're pouring in.
I know people don't like Trip as much as Kenny, but there's like a lot of parallels between the two.
Nowhere to go except inside the buildings, and those smelly fuckers are beating down every
Those
floor.
smelly fuckers.
Those smelly fuckers.
Everyone
That's a
in
new name
town
for them.
is-
Muertos. You mean those smelly fuckers?
I mean, think about it. They're undead. I bet they've been pooping in those pants over and over after they've been eating that rotten flesh.
They don't.
Stabilize the
Their systems don't work. They just kind of bloat.
Saw construction
Ew.
vehicles when we got the
That's
arms
also
out.
disgusting,
We
though.
can use those to stop the muertos, seal the breach, and save Richmond.
That's over by the motor pool of the water tower. You can use the highway over
I guess they still
to get
technically
to the
could if somebody got bitten and then, like, themselves, they'd still be wearing the same pants that have... Yeah. Also, please fail this for me, because I want you to see it, because it's really funny.
Hardcore parkour!
Parkour!
So,
Just
yeah.
that video of the cat just jumping off and just going cute.
So yeah, by far in all 3 seasons, this is my favorite death because
Oh
the
my
line
God.
he says right before it is, "Come on, it's an easy jump," and then he just smashes into it.
Oh my god. Okay, give me a sec. That was gold.
Oh, it was hilarious. I'm so glad they made that a thing.
Alright, let's try this again without intentionally fucking it up. Let's jump.
Or no, I think he says it's an easy jump right after he makes it.
Eee!
Come on.
Yeah, there you go.
That's why it's funny. It's even more funny after you've watched him fail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was totally on
Keep your eyes
purpose.
open. Stay aware of your surroundings. All of you.
Nah, I think I was gonna go around with my eyes shut.
Just walk off the building.
Found Kate earlier. She hugged you.
I don't wanna have this conversation. I don't wanna have this conversation. I don't wanna have this conversation. I don't wanna have this conversation.
Yep.
Which is weird. That's all.
I wish there was an option that's like, hey man, it's been 4 years.
Oh.
I was also very distressed because I was like, why is that a part of this game?
Yeah, no. That was a follow from Hot Guy 2047.
Hello, Hot Guy 2047.
Wasn't that the guy you, like, tackled into the lockers earlier?
Yeah, it was.
I never
He
noticed that.
stabbed me.
Yeah, well, now he's dead,
That
so...
hoe.
Begone thought.
I said, whoever stabbed me, your mom's a hoe.
I feel like that follows specifically because we watched Javier just, like, face plant right into the side of that railing.
Perfect.
It's such a good impact, though.
I feel like Bowser would have laughed at that.
I would have laughed at that. I did laugh at it. It was hilarious. I've seen that, like, 80 times, and it's still funny.
Bobby and I clear out these walkers.
Okay.
Baseball bat time.
Okay. E.
Dink.
Let's move.
Oh.
Let's go.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
You okay, bud?
Bud?
Dad used to ask me what I wanted to be when I was a man. And I pointed him. He always liked that. I thought he was such a great guy. Would always make him smile.
Yeah. Lots of kids hero worship like that. It's part of the job.
Yeah, I guess it was.
Stop it.
Seriously, there's only one button on the keyboard, and it's nowhere near the buttons you'd be pressing.
Well, it's because I'm pulling my hand out because my hands are sweaty and wiping it on my pants, and then I keep hitting your desk, and I guess that's when I'm... Oh, awkward. Awkward.
I used to think he was right. Not anymore, though, Javi. I can only hope I grow up to be like you.
Nah.
Well, aim high, kid, but don't aim for the impossible.
Thanks, buddy. Means a lot.
Sorry I never really said it before. I should have.
Thanks a million.
You're welcome, Emily.
Aww.
You took such good care of me. Now we need to take care of Dad.
Just swings baseball
Take
bat.
care or take care?
Or tell him to take care.
Also, Clem's out of your league. Can I tell him that, please?
We're gonna have to go around the side.
There's barely any
That's a
room.
terrible idea. This is a terrible idea.
So you're not really afraid of heights, right?
I'm gonna say it again. This is
No time to waste.
a terrible idea.
Come on.
You know,
I feel like it'd almost be better to just tip the car over. Get a little bit more room.
and yet, here we are. Just goes to show you, life is full of
This isn't that bad.
Oh no.
I believe in you guys. You can do this.
I've jinxed us. I don't... Oh, okay. I'm going to fall.
I don't actually think you can.
Uh!
Oh, you can. Never mind. My B. My biggity
Aww. He still saves you after you sentence him to death.
Maya. Maya. Ah! No. Did he just say shit my nuts?
Son of a goddamn.
Son of a goddamn.
I love how he just grabs zombie and throws it off the cliff.
Got a bad feeling.
Hey, at least you're not bit.
It's nasty down there.
So you don't feel like I should... I don't know if I should tell you now or later.
Amen to that. Still though.
He's not bit here. I'm thinking of something else.
Dead any day.
But that scene slightly changes if you have Ava. For one thing, she doesn't say shit my nuts.
That is worth it. Just the shit my nuts. I'm gonna have to say that like IRL one day. Just shit my nuts. Oi.
Don't touch me!
Gabe doesn't see it, but David really is trying to look out for him.
The problem is he's an idiot.
Job, but no one gives you a rule book to raise a kid.
Sure as shit don't.
There's just one thing I don't get though. Did David really think he was helping AJ by letting him go? Why did he stop guarding him?
Maybe you should ask him that. It might be that he just didn't care. Not everyone's like you, Clem. Not everyone wants to take care of a baby.
I guess not, but after you put in all that work, so much of your heart.
AJ was a brat.
Fight me.
After we kicked you out, Clem.
I'd already raised 2 kids. That'd be a piece of cake. Not with that tyrant.
Maybe he wouldn't have been a brat if you hadn't taken him from
We had a
Clem.
bad winter. Destroyed every crop we had.
Did you trade him for food?
I couldn't leave Richmond. And AJ couldn't stay in Richmond. I gave AJ to Lingard and told him to do whatever he had to do. I miss that breath. Never asked Lingard about it again. Though I wanted to. Often. Don't think it doesn't haunt me. Not a day goes by where it doesn't. It wasn't easy, Clem. Remember, as far as I knew, I'd already lost 2 children. Wasn't any easier with number 3. It's never easy. I'm gonna keep you alive. Keep all of us alive. And hope that that's enough. Enough for atonement.
We're all abandoned one way or the other eventually. I guess AJ's no different.
Clem.
Holy shit. Chopped it right in half.
They do call it a chopper.
Yep. I'm gonna look at it.
It could have been worse. They could have been a helicopter pilot in a Resident Evil game.
Well, there's the water tower. Not too far away. One way we're jumping across that.
No,
Could probably
shit,
make
Sherlock.
it.
Oh. There's the other half.
Oh.
You can probably guess what's going to happen here.
Bad decisions?
You're not thinking it's that or go back.
Oh, you're giving me anxiety. I'm giving me
You should
anxiety.
go lightest to heaviest. That way it won't break on the first swing.
I'll go first, Clem.
You ain't even the lightest.
I know, but if someone falls to their death because this didn't work, I'd rather it be Gabe.
Long
Good
run,
point.
But not too long. If you take too many quick steps, you'll propel yourself upward instead of out. Same with your jump. Just run off the end. Don't leave.
David.
Try not to.
It's like paragliding.
She's right. I do.
Yeah. David.
You gotta admit, this would be better than any throw ride you've ever been on.
Oh my god.
Come on, Clem. Your turn.
Now that we know that it's safe. We sent the test dummy across.
Running on air.
It's like walking on sunshine, but a little bit more enjoyable.
For the record, I do not trust
This is
the
giving
doesn't
me a
burn
high
your
blood
feet.
pressure.
Yeah.
It's one thing for the kids to swing across, but us?
You've got this. I've seen you do
She's
things
gonna be the first adult to go across. She's gonna.
I mean, technically, yes, she is the lightest. At this point, Ava would go normally if you had her, because obviously Tripp's the heaviest. They actually do keep the continuity of lightest to heaviest here.
Also, there's no way she should be able to do that with a gunshot wound.
No. No.
Little brother.
And definitely not Javier with his arm.
Unless she's still pumping with adrenaline.
I'm not little
I don't know.
Nah.
Okay, big guy.
I feel like David probably would be heavier than Javier. Mostly just because he's taller, so he'd have a naturally bigger BMI.
Anxiety. Extreme anxiety.
Yeah, see, that's what I meant about just, like, pushing the car out of the way.
Going last, brother.
Trip. You don't have to.
Just go before I throw you across.
He probably could.
I mean, I don't doubt it. Alright, what am I gonna have to do? Oh my god! Oh my god, 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 oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
You're so hot.
Jesus, take the wheel.
Oh, and then this guy.
You should probably start moving.
Yeah. Do not want. Do not want.
Nice.
Alright.
Oh, there's another dude down there too.
Jesus. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Mary and Joseph and all the apostles.
Meanwhile, you put your leg right next to his.
It's all right, y'all. Shit.
We should go back for it.
Ow. Don't be fucking thick. I can handle this.
You didn't leave one for yourself.
Don't give up.
Oh my god.
We gotta try. We can't just leave him. Y'all head out now.
Just start pushing him off the cliff.
Come on.
Motherfucker! Trip! No!
Is he gone?
Yep, he's dead.
He tripped.
No!
I'm fighting. I hope I do too.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry about your friend, honey.
You will be missed.
I'm disappointed.
Alright, so I might have told a slight fib when I said the whole, like, Ava will swing across the chopper before him. The part where he, like, grabs the thing while they're straddling by the car, she actually does fall off the side and dies there.
We're almost there.
Oh.
So Trip lasts slightly longer than she does.
Oh.
So you get to kind of see that cool last stand for Trip. Because it's like, both of them are just kind of, not so much out of the blue, but they just kind of happen really quick. Because Ava literally just gets grabbed, falls off in about, like, 2 seconds, and all of a sudden it's just like, oh hey, she's not there anymore.
That's genuinely distressing.
Yeah. So I like Trip's ending a little bit better. But yeah, no, they're like dead. They go back to look for the body later of Ava or Trip, and they're definitely
We
gone.
need to get down there. We're not getting anywhere without one of those vehicles.
It's not like we can just ask all those walkers to move out of the way.
I mean, you could, probably just wouldn't do anything.
How about we make some noise and distract them? We could use that generator.
That's a great idea, Gabe.
How we gonna do
You're
that?
so smart, Gabe. You really aren't the same kid I remember. I'm impressed.
It's pretty obvious. You should have tried noticing.
Definitely paying attention from now on. Proud of you, Gabe.
Thanks?
Thanks.
We still gotta get to the generator somehow.
It's like he's gone from being his dad to like that awkward uncle that Javier was supposed to be.
Run through them.
That's really gross.
Ugh. Hey, please tell me you're kidding. I said please.
Stop hitting me, please! I'm begging you!
Please!
Please!
You're killing me.
You're really killing me.
You've been willing to do some crazy stuff for me before.
Oh
I
no.
know shooting Conrad wasn't easy.
Oh
You
no.
showed me I can always depend on you.
Clem, you manipulative bastard. I will do anything.
Don't
for
be wrong,
her.
I like Garcia, but if I have to pick between Garcia living and Clementine living, yeah, sorry Garcia.
Dude, Clementine every single time.
Like, the only person that might have a chance at living over her would be Lee. If you had to pick. Maybe.
Okay.
But even then, that's still, like, most people are probably gonna pick Clementine.
Alright. What am I supposed to do? Okay. This is fine.
Just like the TV
Another
show, right?
kidnapping. Oh man.
Okay. You can do this, Javier.
Oh man. Oh jeez. Oh jeez.
I mean, I've had to gut animals before, so this doesn't really bother me.
No. Gross.
Just imagine you're getting your hands tangled in like a fishnet. That's basically the equivalent of what it's like.
You just literally eat shit all day long. Is that why you smell so bad? Oh! I need to take a shower just looking at
Ladies
him.
and gentlemen, Javier Garcia. Reach the generator without alerting the muertos. Hi.
It's not like he could bite you.
Grr?
but,
He can just kind of stare at you menacingly, which is pretty much what he did. Kate can't even watch.
I mean, I wouldn't want to watch either.
Don't be scared. Just say hi. I've learned their language, guys.
Is there a way to mess this up?
Yeah, I think if you move like too quickly, you can die here. Like
Oh,
that.
jeez. What?
That
How
might
did
be
I
'cause you-
move?
That might have been because you didn't move, actually.
Yeah, there was
Oh.
one right behind you, and it's just
Okay.
like, hi.
I remember a lot of people, like when I watched them play this, had a lot of issues with this segment for whatever reason.
There's not really like a thing either, you know, whenever, because usually whenever
There's
you have
some
like
kind of
a
reaction
certain
to attack or something, yeah. Yeah.
See, because I moved as fast as possible, so I guess it was because I moved.
I think
Also, he doesn't have a lower jaw.
No, he doesn't.
I have some complaints.
So maybe next time, whenever it gives you the cutscene of like the other one that has no eye, just like be
Yeah.
holding the W button just to automatically move and see if that.
Well,
gets you
I
right.
did. I'll try not pressing it and see if that helps this time.
If that doesn't work, try going right then, since he's kind of like behind you and to your left.
I can't. Oh, wait, I can.
Hey, you can.
This is surreal.
It's almost like there's more than two directions.
Well, I thought that it would have the WASDF thing. Oh, God. Okay. Yeah.
Man. I love how there's like two of them just looking at the generator.
Okay. I don't know what I
Masticating
did.
you with a single. You bumped into him.
It probably wanted you
I
to go
didn't.
left. No, you did. Like, if there's a spot you genuinely can't get through in an opening, it probably just wants you to go to the spot that is the most open.
See, because I think. Oh. Yeah, see, because I was going all the way to the left.
Was that as far as it would let you go, though?
Well, yeah, because I'm doing it with my cursor, and it was all the way to the side.
Oh, that might be why, then. Will it let you use the WASD keys for this?
No. Because it has the WASD thing down here whenever I can.
Okay, so maybe just, like, wait right there and see if... Well, not there, but...
I don't know. I don't know why that he's walking right at you, and I'm just like, what?
Well, yeah, because, like, he's coming straight for me.
Well, I feel like he might turn, maybe, if you wait. He might, like, get distracted by something, go to the left or the right.
And it's another one that does not, in fact, have a jaw. This time, I'm just not gonna move. Just not gonna move. And we'll see.
Nah, I don't think not moving is...
Because, like, he's coming right for me, you see?
I doubt it'll work, but it's worth a try. I don't remember a spot where you're not supposed to move, like, at all, but... No, it looks like it did work. I don't remember anybody I've watched actually do that to be successful, though.
Oh, no.
Don't worry about him, he's fine.
Okay.
He's just running laps.
So, haha.
Working out those atrophied muscles.
Yep.
I have some regrets. Oh no, okay. This is fine.
Yeah, they're attracted to the sound.
Well, I thought I was going to have to move. Also, why are you wiping your face with your equally bloody clothes?
They pull a.
Excuse me.
What was that guy's last name in Man vs. Food? It was Adam something.
Something like that.
There was one challenge where he had to eat something like super spicy, and he wiped his mouth and then wiped his eyes with the same,
Oh my
with the
God.
same cloth. It did not end well.
Yes, it is. What are you doing? The right thing. I'm leaving. We're all leaving. What?
What?
We're going where? You saw it yourself. We're surrounded by the herd. I'm taking my family out of here. You help keep them safe, Clem. They're coming too. Let's go.
Let's put it to a vote.
We can't wait around.
This is bullshit, David.
Absolutely not. Everyone in Richmond will die without us.
They don't matter, Poppy. Don't you get that?
This all started.
He's
when
evil.
we knocked
I
on
knew it.
the door. We brought this on these people, all of us. We can't abandon them. Not after what we've done.
We're going home, Kate. Back to the last place we were a family. We're starting over. We're all together again. Finally. It's time. All of us. A new day, a new life.
But what about here, man? Make Richmond our new home.
Richmond is gone, Javi. I'm not gonna let the people I love die trying to save a dead dream.
I'll go with you, Dad.
No?
Gabe.
Gabe.
It's my father, Clem. I'm sorry, but you really wouldn't understand.
Hey.
It's over, buddy.
I mean, she still knew her dad even before the apocalypse, so yeah, she kind of would,
I know it's scary
actually.
out there, but I have to.
You don't have to be afraid, Gabe. I won't let what happened to Mariana happen to you.
That was also your fault.
I will protect you.
Well, no, remember, he didn't know about the raids at that point, so it wasn't entirely his fault. That was more Joan.
At least we were actually around to raise
Javi, just stop. This is what I want.
I understand, Gabe. I'm still going back. I won't be able to live with myself if I don't try to help the people in Richmond.
You won't be able to live at all if you do that. Richmond is compromised. Doesn't matter if there were 5 of us trying to save it or 500. We'd all die. I know a losing battle when I see one. We're moving out. Everybody get in. That's an order.
How fucking dare you? What will it take, David? What will it take to show you that you do not get to do that? We are not your soldiers. Run away home. Be a deserter. I am done with you.
Don't bring me into this. Don't bring me into this.
Go, Javi.
I got brought into this.
We go with you.
Don't bring me into this. No, 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 no. Ah! I knew I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
Oh God. What is this? Meanwhile,
Ah!
talk too.
I apologize, people wearing headphones.
Is he my new dad? Clem's just like, oh God, this is what destroyed another party. Oh,
I'm about to die.
Known the night Pa died. The night you weren't
I'm curious
there.
to see what you'll do for this segment, though.
Blood is worthless to you, just like he was to you, just like I am to you. Well, it's time for you to finally learn what blood really means.
David!
Dad!
That was a really good scream, just then.
Dad! Dad!
It sounded like he was about 50 yards away.
I love you. No. No, you don't get to say that.
Jesus Christ, stop!
Oh my God.
How fucking dare you?
That's enough!
I love you. No, stop saying that.
Ah.
Dad, no.
Oh
my God!
Gabe! Fight me. I am fighting back now.
David, no!
I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Fucking stop! Stop!
I like how he said that after he got up.
Holy shit!
Look at the ruckus you made.
I mean, I broke my promise to my father, but he hit Gabe.
David!
Gabe, no.
What the hell is he doing?
Gabe, no.
Kidnapping Gabe.
David took him. We can't wait any longer. We have to go help Richmond. I'm getting on that bulldozer.
But Gabe!
Gabe wanted to go. He did. We all heard it.
You're right.
Hey, at least she lets her kids make her own decisions.
Someone has to.
Let's split up, Hobby. I'll go after Gabe on that motorcycle if you don't. Otherwise, I'll go with Kate on the bulldozer.
Are you sure you'll be okay without me?
I can take care of myself.
We're out of time.
Javi, I'm sorry. I've been here before, more than once. It's not gonna end well for everyone. You have to decide. It's hard to be caught in the middle. I know that.
Someone has to go after Gabe. I guess I'm that someone.
Okay, then I'll go help Kate. It's a smart idea. Kate and I will watch out for each other.
You're gonna have to.
Come here, ugly.
He's covered in walker guts.
Ew. I regret a lot of things in my
Meanwhile,
life. Mainly that
like,
one decision.
If it makes you feel any better, in terms of QuickTime events, I think you actually did pick the easier option. If I remember, like, helping Kate on the bulldozer is actually kind of hard.
No, like, I regret
Now, my question
kissing
is,
her.
what would have happened if he didn't fight back against his brother?
You actually get, like, a pretty damn touching scene, and they, like, check to make sure Gabe's okay and whatnot.
He hurt Gabe. I had to fight back. Like, oh man. It's...
That's gotta be David's work.
Just ran it right the fuck over? Yeah, I believe that.
Should lead me right to you.
Instead of a trail of breadcrumbs, it's roadkill.
It's, you know, disembodied heads.
Time
for a spin attack.
Bam.
That also works, sure.
Get wrecked.
Hey, we recognize that guy.
He had a face once, and now he doesn't.
He was the one that was just like, when you turned on the generator.
He's kind of ugly.
Just follow the trail of blood.
Also, it's very convenient that motorcycle, you know, had gas left in it.
Excuse me.
I mean,
yeah.
It's within the walls of Richmond.
Oh, Jesus.
Sure are.
Don't let them get you. Wow, how helpful.
Hey, bro.
Awkward. What am I supposed to do here? Ah.
Sideswiped.
Nice.
Wait, did you?
It switches back and forth really quickly.
Yeah, it does.
Did you sideswipe him?
It gives you, like, really awkward prompts, though. Rather than quick ones, it gives you awkward ones for
Oh,
kids.
that makes so much sense. Thank you, game, for actually doing that.
Yeah, I did that back in episode 3 as well. 3 or 2.
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh.
Well, that's useless.
Looks like you're doing this old school.
Swipe left, swipe right, swipe left, swipe right.
Crap, they switched left from right.
I'm impressed you're swiping left so many times. I'd swipe right on all of those.
That's right. Focus on me.
That's not what he said. Subtitles were wrong again. Uppercut.
Nice.
2 for 1. Unfortunately, it doesn't work like that in the zombie world. Nah, it would've
Switching back and forth kind of kills me. And I'm not sure why. I mean, I'm reacting okay. Ah! How dare you!
Wow! Yeah, a little bit reminiscent of the Lee Everett section in the first game.
I'm trying!
Get away from you, bastard!
Ah! It's like, yeah, Q, left,
Meanwhile,
right, E.
Javi's kill count. Yeah.
Here, Gabe.
So if you actually die in this segment, you get like a 4 to 5 minute cutscene where he like says goodbye to Gabe. It's actually really good.
I couldn't fight him all, Javi. No,
Oh, damn.
I'm sorry. Gabe, look away. Hey, come on, man. Okay. I got you, David.
No, don't. He's dying. Leave him.
No, bust his head open.
I mean, yes.
Did they get you?
I'm fine. It's just... It hurts.
Physically or emotionally?
Trying to stop him, Javi. That's why we crashed.
This is your fault again, Gabe. Just like to remind you of that.
To the shock and awe of absolutely no one.
Yeah.
I'll go talk to him. Unless you want to.
No. Can you? Please?
Yes.
Of course. Keep an eye out for the muertos.
Dude, you look bad.
This is like one of my favorite scenes in the game right here.
The day Gabe was born.
What's that?
It takes everything to raise a child. I don't mean money or time.
Well, at least you don't have to worry about competition for Kate.
Everything. You give everything. It's hard to know what to do when you lose everything. It's...
I know you were doing what you thought best, David. It's never an easy thing.
Gabe, take care of him, Avi. You have to take care of each other. Please.
Every day, you have my word.
My little boy. Te quiero, Gabriel.
Oh.
Te quiero, Mariana. Te quiero, Javier.
Lo siento, hermano.
And now you get to bust his head open.
I'll do it. Before he turns.
Aww.
It's my responsibility.
You sure? I'll do it if you can. He was my brother.
And he was my father. I'm sure.
Why are you using the gun? Does ammo grow on trees in this world?
Yeah.
No, it grows in walls.
Or back pockets, apparently.
Yeah. Well, remember from season 2 of the show with Herschel and his infinite ammo shotgun?
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty cool. It's probably the only good moment of season 2, let's be real.
Also, I appreciate them, like, showing the kickback, because he would not be used to a gun.
No.
So I appreciate that they include that. Also, they were, like, friggin' overrun a couple seconds ago. Where are all the zombies?
They knew there was an emotional moment to be had. They had to leave him alone for that.
You're right. My bad. So, does David die just on that circumstance, or...?
Yeah, I'll talk about it a little bit once we're done here. You might
Okay.
recognize this guy.
Jesus.
Yeah. With a
Jesus
lot less
is
hair.
beautiful. Nice.
Press down that door. That'll fix the problem.
Once I got in contact with my people, I headed right back. I had to make sure you folks were safe.
Aw.
Let's get the gate open.
I appreciate it. I don't know, can I?
So they'll quote-unquote help you in this scene, too, if you went with Kate. But you still have, like, really weird quick-time events.
I'll have it open in a second.
Okay, time's up.
What?
Well, he said in a second, right?
Oh.
It's been well beyond a second.
Open gate button.
Big red button.
I mean, there was an actual red button.
Why do we even have that
See,
lever?
there's a red button.
Red button. Wrong button.
Please tell me you'll get it wrong every time.
Nope.
You got 3 buttons left.
Blue.
Apparently that did literally nothing.
Definitely not.
Wow, it was actually the last possible thing you picked.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Okay, knowing my luck, are you surprised though?
No, but that didn't make it any less funny.
Okay, the fact of
I saw
how
the
they're
fact you
armored.
set off the fucking horn. That was hilarious. I actually genuinely did not remember which button was the right one, so it was really...
But like, why do we even have that lever?
These guys are the best. I love these guys.
I just love...
This is how you how
Also,
you go about
how
this.
did they do that with the school bus?
It's a magic school bus, in case you didn't know.
Of course.
This is how you run a zombie apocalypse. You ride on horseback, and you have your broadsword in your hand.
Yeah, the only problem is in Walking Dead series, people are really bad about accidentally letting their horses die. Like, in the game, in the TV show.
Whoa!
Whoa! The horse is...
The horse is glitching!
Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about that.
He's a sorcerer!
It's a magic
horser!
horse.
It's having some problems. Also, please don't make me quick time through this.
They might make you a little...
Quick time through the horse?
Sure, why not?
Kate. Watch a Kate.
Oh, you lost
She's
them
never
both.
gone.
This is all because of me. This is all my fault.
Saving Richmond is what she wants.
What happened?
I don't know, buddy. Can't find her.
If it's off screen, she's not dead.
I can't stop looking. Kate, where are you?
Except for Trip and Ava, you know.
Hey, where the fuck are you?
I mean... They
kind of show... It's hard to tell because of the angle, but whenever Trip falls, he does hit his head on a pipe.
Yeah, like... 3 days later. Like, for real?
Yeah.
Died off screen.
Yeah.
That's... dumb?
Maybe you should have stayed with her instead of going after me. We should be okay.
See, you actually
You
got...
would not be okay.
Interestingly enough, as I might as well explain this now, you can lose any of those 3. You can actually have Gabe die as well.
Forget all that, buddy.
So what dictates who lives and who dies is Clem will either guarantee to go after Gabe, like she has a better relationship with Gabe than she does with you, or she will do what yours did, where she'll just do whatever you don't. So if she goes after Gabe, and you also go after Gabe, you can save David and Gabe. But then you'll come back and you'll find out that that Kate used the car that she had to block the opening that she created. But then she also gets bit in the process, so you see her zombie moving around, and you can either put her down or let her go off with the horde. And if Clementine goes with Kate and you also go with Kate, then when you find Gabe later on, he'll be bitten and dying, and David will already be dead.
That's unfortunate.
So it is possible to have two of them alive, and at least one will be alive, but you cannot have all three. The hardest person to keep alive is David, and the easiest person to keep alive is Gabe.
But never seeing us. What the hell are we supposed to do with them? What do we do?
Tell stories about them. Laugh at the jokes they used to tell. Keep living. Keep loving.
We are your legacy.
Can you do that?
Yeah. I can.
Also, if you do keep David alive, in that cutscene with them being in the rain with Javier, Gabe, and David, I guess technically Clementine, you can tell David to either come back with you, or you can tell him also to leave. So he'll be alive, but in an undetermined status by the end of the game. And at this point right here, I think if Conrad was still alive, you'd have a small conversation with him. He'd be out on the steps here reading a book. No horse.
Yes, indeed. Came here to put an end to the raiding. Looks like that's been done.
Jesus.
Gotta move on.
Gotta admit, man, you're a fucking badass.
You're a real charmer. You know that. Through and through.
You know what they say. Takes one to know one.
That they do.
So, you haven't gotten to the point in the show where Jesus is around, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's gay.
Oh.
And Javier is actually bisexual. So...
I'm on board.
Yeah, that's not actually just like you flirting for the game to be like, oh, we're just showing this off. He is legit bisexual.
I'm on board.
Don't take shortcuts like Joan. You gotta do the right thing. Always.
So I guess it's a good thing Kate died then, because then this would have been really awkward.
Absolutely. The right thing. No matter what.
Good to hear. I read people pretty well. Little gift of mine. You're a capable guy, Javi. Change is...
Yeah, I'm a capable guy.
And I think you should. For the better. God knows this town could use it.
You know what? I'm gonna step up. Lead this place in the right direction.
Then as far as I'm concerned, Richmond's in much better hands than it was.
What happened to what's her face, Joan?
She just escapes.
Oh.
Hey,
Unknown status.
Thanks for...
Same thing with Clint. If you shot Joan instead, he'd be in unknown status.
And for coming back to help us.
Yeah. Thanks for that, man.
Pay it forward. Be vigilant. Trouble never stays too far away.
You're out of here too, huh?
Yeah. It's time. I have to find AJ Hobby. I've waited so long. But could you do me one last favor before I leave?
This is a really good scene right here. If you recall back to 1-3, I believe.
I used to do this for my niece.
That's nice of you.
She thought I was terrible at it.
Were you?
Make a business.
I'm really gonna miss Gabe. I mean, he's super annoying sometimes, but I've gotten used to having him around.
Come back and visit.
I have to see AJ, Javi. I have to see that he's okay.
Bring him back
Think he
in.
remembers me? At least a little?
Who could forget you, Clem?
It's
No
true.
one who knew you, I guarantee it.
Yeah, maybe. Everyone told us he was better off. After everything that's happened, I'm starting to think they're right. I don't know if I was a good mom or not. I can't stop thinking about it.
You probably weren't. Yeah, like an asshole.
I feel like you'd be saying that sarcastically.
Of course you were.
Yeah, you really do suck at cutting hair,
I
man.
used to play baseball.
What gave you that idea? The baseball jersey?
Well, did.
The fact you use a baseball bat.
Fucked it all up too.
I mean, yeah.
Yep. Sure did.
Well, you survived,
I had to.
but you loved it. How do you survive that? How? If you really loved it, how?
That's what's good about a broken heart. When you're looking at it all broken and shattered on the floor, you figure out the pieces you need versus the ones you liked. If you're ready to move on, that is.
Whoa.
That was a lot deeper than I was expecting.
Yeah, that's kind of why I like this scene. This is really the only scene in the entirety of season 3 where Clementine actually feels vulnerable, like as a character, like she did in the older seasons.
You're so cute.
Oh, grab your hat.
But she is precious.
I feel like, again, that was just a throwback to the,
Teach about baseball?
Not really.
You come back, I'll tell you all about it.
It's a deal. If I bring AJ back with me, will you teach him too?
You bet. He belongs with you, Clementine. Bring him back.
now that I think about it, it is weird that her dad gave her that hat since they live in Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that, for anybody that doesn't know, that team is the Arizona Diamondbacks, i.e. other side of the United States. And I don't remember the Diamondbacks ever being, like, big name, like, you know, Boston Red Sox or Houston Astros or...
Where'd you get the... What? Where'd you get the jacket?
Probably stole it off someone that was dead.
They weren't using it.
It's true. They won't need it where they're going.
She looks awesome.
She really looks like she's aged about 3 years just from the new outfit and haircut alone.
She's so badass.
Meanwhile, Gabe, you gotta lose the beanie, dude.
Walks off into the dust.
Your experience with David was dysfunctional.
I'd say that's apt, yeah.
Dysfunctional?
Yeah. I'm not surprised. Your experience with Kate was mixed signals.
Yeah, you did it.
Yeah, I mean... Yeah.
You told Kate you wanted a feature with her. It lasted about half a day.
Yep. Your experience with Gabe was considerate. Well, you know.
In the bathroom.
Trip is dead.
Yeah, he's dead regardless. Eleanor survives regardless of what you do. She's one of 3 people in the game that survives regardless of what you do. The other 2 are Javier and Clementine.
Lingard sucks.
Lingard you can actually keep alive, and he will tell Clementine where AJ is.
Conrad is dead.
Conrad can be alive, yeah. Oh, and Jesus. I forgot Jesus stays alive.
Jesus. Yay, Jesus. Joan
just
is...
leaves. Yeah, one of these two will be dead and the other one will be
somewhere.
unknown.
Clint is dead. I didn't.
Yeah, you were the very definite minority there.
Yeah. What
Again,
did you say to David about Kate?
You were definitely the minority there as well.
Like, I mean...
David didn't believe you about having a relationship with Kate. That'd actually be really funny to watch, probably, if you were, like, super distant with Kate the whole time while he was around and then be like, we're in love.
Mm-hmm. Did you fight David back? Okay, that's not fair. I only fought back because he hit Gabe.
But you still fought back.
Did you go after Gabe or with Kate?
You were in the minority.
Minority.
Probably because, like I said, it's 50-50 depending on what you do. There's some instances where Clementine will always go after them. And so you're thinking like, oh, okay, well, Clem's going after them. They're in good hands with Allstate and go with Kate.
Clementine followed her own plan, splitting up with you and the majority. Wait, is there one where she just stays?
There's one where you can tell her that you want her to stay, but she still leaves regardless.
Oh, that sucks.
Because that's what progresses the plotline of the final season.
So, I was pretty firmly in the minority.
Yeah. That
This
last
episode.
one was pretty 50-50. So.
Yeah, like... My Clementine became a liberated warrior. I feel like a proud parent. I'm sorry.
I think one of the options you can get there is like a ruthless murderer. Which is actually kind of cool.
Hilarious. But yeah.
Well, it's stuff like, you know, letting Conrad kidnap her, not taking her side, stuff like that.
Oh my god. Oh my god. When y'all fought at the water tower, Clem remembered a similar fight long ago at a snow-covered rest stop.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm emotional.
But it also says she took a carefully placed shot, making her think, wow, what if I hadn't shot Kenny in the heart? Like, if I had shot him in the leg or something to distract him.
Oh, that hurts still.
To be fair, honestly, in my opinion, in that fight between Jane and Kenny, they probably would have kept going until both were physically unable or one of them was dead.
Oh my god.
Okay. The trailer that they show at the end for season 4 is like one of the best trailers I've ever seen for a game.
I don't have to do anything,
Yeah.
right?
This is no, you don't.
Okay.
This is Clem killing walkers and just moving on her way.
Hey, where's
Just being
Jesus?
a badass.
He had left prior to
Yeah.
Clementine leaving.
Oh my god, she's a badass.
I like how that zombie just disappeared right there.
This area from earlier.
In the final season. Also, I love the ending music they used here because, like, it's really bright in comparison to the story, but it's also a bit creepy by itself.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it definitely has some creep factor going on.
Can I... Is that the trailer, or...?
Yeah, that's, like, the little trailer they had. It's just, like, I'm not going to stop till I find you.
Oh my god.
And that's it.
I have a lot of emotions about Clementine. Because, I mean, like, obviously you get through 3 seasons with her, and you're really attached, you know? But, like, I don't know. I'm proud of her. Like, it's I feel it's kind of ridiculous to be so attached to a fictional character, but it's like, you know, I'm legitimately proud of her and, you know, how she's growing up, and I feel satisfied with every single one of my decisions for this whole season except for one.
I'm pretty sure I know which one that was.
Yeah, it's the one with Kate. Because I felt really pressured, and again, I'm a people pleaser, and I was like, I don't want her to be mad at me for rejecting her, you know? So it's like, because I mean, I hadn't been flirting with her the whole time. I had been very much not flirting with her the whole time,
that was
you
pretty
know?
clear.
So, like, I feel like she wouldn't have been that mad, but I also didn't know if it would affect, you know, how she fought with me from then on. So, I mean, honestly, it was a slightly safer bet to say, okay, yeah, I'll go along with this.
Yeah.
But that's really the only decision that I made that I legitimately regret. Because, again, apparently Ava dies no matter what, and Trip too. So it's kind of one of those things where it's like...
Honestly, in my opinion, at the end of the game, like, here's where I'm torn. Because on one hand, the whole premise is, like, the decisions you make really matter. And so by having multiple endings, it actually does feel like it matters, because, you know, some people will stay alive and some won't. Mm-hmm. The downside is, like, this is my opinion, the biggest part in this game in terms of straight-up shock value is in episode 1. It's when Mariana gets killed.
Yeah, I mean,
like,
I really...
there's no shock value at the end. Like, whenever you get the option to shoot Lee, it's emotional, yes, but you're like, holy shit, you actually get the option to, like, straight-up kill him?
Mm-hmm.
Like... That might be because, you know, stories and whatnot are driven between multiple points, and so, as a result, those points aren't as strong. And not from, like, they didn't work on it well, just, like, you know, that's the way it would be with the story. Because as weird as it sounds for having a game with, like, multiple endings, usually the best thing to do for a game series like this, which is weird, is you need to have one of two endings. And anything more than that kind of ruins the experience in a way. But at the same time, it also defeats the purpose of your choices matter. They will affect stuff all the way through the game. So it's a really, really hard line to balance.
Well, I mean, something about this season that I really can't say about the other season. Like, in the other seasons, there were a lot of deaths that were preventable that, you know, I wound up saying, okay, yeah, you know, this is kind of, like, the decision at least tore me up a little bit. But there weren't, like, the only death that really tore me up was in episode 1, and I couldn't do anything about it. You know, because, like, the one death that I'm, like, I am not okay with that happened in my playthrough is Mariana, and you can't do anything.
Yeah.
You know, like, there's just nothing to do.
They intentionally made her a minor character. Like, on that end screen when it told you the result of everybody, if you notice, she wasn't even on that screen.
Yeah.
Like, she plays a bigger plot point going through, like, even through episodes 3 and 4, because whenever you tell David, like, your men killed her, but she's not meant to go any farther story-wise than episode 1.
Yeah, and so I felt like... Because, I mean, you know, in the last episode of the last season, which we didn't stream or record or anything, but I have played the other seasons, obviously, but you know, with a lot of the characters, there's actually, like, you have to sit and think about it, and you do have a limited time, but, like, you know, in the last season, you have to choose between, who was it, Kenny and Jane, like, you actually have to decide, you know, what's gonna happen. And it's kind of one of those things where you've been with Kenny for a while, but he's unstable and somewhat dangerous. And so, you know, Jane, to a certain extent, seems like she makes sense as the choice, but, you know.
I feel like, honestly, they pull a fast one on you slightly after that decision gets made. You kind of see the true colors of both characters.
Yeah.
Because then you find out that Jane actually was lying to you and trying to piss Kenny off.
Mm-hmm.
Which, you know, even to a stable character in a zombie apocalypse, probably not the best idea to intentionally do that.
Oh, yeah. But then, you know, it was still one of those things where you really had to think twice about it. But, I mean, in this, it's like, you know, it's so easy to get these characters set against you that the decisions that you make aren't necessarily difficult, because I kind of had a really bad relationship with Conrad, and I'm not entirely sure I could have talked my way out of it without betraying Clementine. And if it's between Clementine and someone else, it's always going to be Clementine.
Yeah.
And so, since it was Conrad or Clementine, it's like, I don't regret making the choice of Clementine, because I always choose Clementine, because I'm biased, because I've played the other seasons, you know. And then, between Ava and Trip,
I feel like
Trip
that's a more
and I were
balanced one than Clementine and Conrad, at least.
I mean, it's more balanced because you haven't been following them through 3 seasons, but, like, I had a pretty bad relationship with Trip, and I didn't think that I was going to get anything than a bullet in the head if I saved him, you know? But Ava...
You don't see Ava as much. Like, you see her in flashbacks a fair bit more, but in terms of, like, Javier interacting with her, up until that episode, you don't really interact with her that much. Like,
and she
David
would have backed
introduces
me
you.
up, you know, because I was with David, and she would have backed me up there until her untimely demise. But again, you know, they both die pretty soon after, so it's not that big of a deal, I guess, you know? And, like, to a certain extent, whenever it comes between Kate and Gabe, as much as I hate to say it, like, Gabe, even though he does have a crappy beanie, like, he's a kid, and he hasn't been throwing himself at me for 5 episodes, you know? Like, because, I mean, with the flashbacks, Kate didn't even wait until they thought that David was dead before she's, like, trying to run away with me. So it's sort of like, I don't feel as sympathetic to Kate, who I'm in this super awkward situation with. I didn't know it was going to result in her death, but, like...
I didn't think it would either, because I figured Clementine was with her, but I actually did genuinely not know about them just never finding her body on screen.
Yeah, and it was just kind of odd, I guess. But, like, you know, I don't think I'd change my decision again, because, you know, I mean, Gabe he's a kid, you know? He didn't ask for any of this. He only caused problems because he didn't know any better, you know? He's just a kid. So it's like, I don't really feel like I would second guess that decision either. I don't really regret how it ended with David either, just because he's kind of a terrible person.
I will say, that's probably my favorite ending for David. Like, I do like him as a character, and I would have been okay with him surviving, but in terms of, like, storytelling, I feel like that's the best ending for David, honestly. Like, his last words being, I love you, Gabe, I love you, Mariana, I love you, Javier.
Yeah.
Are really, really good.
Because I felt like that was really poignant in this whole thing. Because, I mean, that's the other thing. You don't really have a lot of time to grieve some of these deaths at all. Because I feel like this happens in a really short period of time.
Yeah.
You know? But, like, you know, with the other seasons, with some of the people that die, it's really, really tragic, you know? You really feel them, especially, like, with Lee at the end of his, like...
Even losing Carly halfway through that season, like, that still affects character. Like, one of the options whenever Carver gets into the house in season 2, when he asks what your name is, you can pick Carly for one of the options, so she clearly still remembers her.
Mm-hmm. And so, you know, there's a lot of things that are just really meaningful in the previous seasons that I didn't quite get in this one. But I did like a lot about this one. I felt like the story was a lot more driving than the second season. I would probably have to say season 1 is the best, hands down, just because I adore Lee. Because, I mean, I'm sorry, Lee was amazing.
As strange as it is, because he starts in a prison car, he comes with less baggage than Javier does.
Yeah. Dude, and there wasn't... Because, I mean, I feel like part of the difficulty in this season was the inherent baggage of the family.
Yeah.
Because, like, you know, with Lee, if you ultimately decide to say, F you guys, I'm gonna head out with Clementine, which, is that an option? I don't think you can decide that in season 1.
Season 1, like, aside from, you can, like, either choose to be nice or mean to Clementine, but most of the debate, at least for the first half, comes between, do you side with Kenny or do you side with Lily? And most people side with Kenny.
Yeah. Anyway, but, like, it's, you know, when you're joining other groups that you're not blood related to, if you want to just clear out like Clem does, then you can.
It's almost like you get to choose your, for lack of a better term, family, rather than your family is given to you.
Exactly. Because, you know, in this season, if you go in and say from the beginning, oh yeah, you know, I'm gonna rat out absolutely everyone the whole time, then it causes problems later on, you know? Because, I mean, I don't imagine that David would react very well to hearing that you gave up everyone to, I mean, his own people, but still, you know, so it's a lot of, like, you feel like you can't, because I ended with a really bad relationship with David, but you kind of feel like you have to at least try, you know, because, like, I tried to the extent that, like, you know, if he was hurting Gabe or threatening Clementine or Kate, that's where my line was drawn. But some other people would feel like, you know, there's a lot more pressure to trying in that relationship.
Yeah. And then you might have the other end of the spectrum where it's like, this guy's been gone for years, he's not the same person anybody knew, we shouldn't trust him at all.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, there was a lot of politics, I feel, in this one that the other ones didn't necessarily have, or at least there was more weight to the politics. Because in season 2 you play as Clementine, and
that's one of the few spots it might actually improve, because, like, while it is a family, sort of like a group of people, you're still the outsider that came in late.
But yeah, I am definitely looking forward to the next season. I don't know, do you know how many seasons they're planning on doing?
The next season is the final one.
Yeah.
The first episode of it's out already, and it should be out completely by the end of the year. And the first episode is so good. It's better than all of season 2 and about half of this season put together in that one episode.
It's not really hard to be better than season 2.
Season 2 has some decent moments.
I mean, there were some good moments, but ultimately it was just kind of like, there wasn't a whole lot of inspiration, I guess I'll say.
Honestly, I feel like the weakest problem of that is, like, with the characters here, they, like, you can tell their story. Like, with David, it's the backstory of, like, the soldier who what ultimately does him in is his unwillingness to change, and he feels like he's always right. With people like Ava, you have the loyal soldier. With Tripp, you have, like, the best friend that even if you do wrong by him, he'll forgive you no matter what. And, like, the group in season 2, outside of Luke, maybe, like, Alvin's just, like, the fat guy who may or may not have a baby along the way that gets killed. Like, he seems like a good dude, but that's not great for a character development. Like, he's a good guy. Okay, yeah, that's great. But, you know, like, we've already had nice guys. You could argue Ben was a nice kid, but at least he was an idiot. There was other parts to his character.
Where's the flaw?
Yes. But yeah, so these characters were a lot more three-dimensional, but also came with baggage, I guess.
Where's Joan?
Again, first season was spectacular. I definitely look forward to the next season. One thing that because I mean, it's still fairly early in the whole Walking Dead thing, you know, just the whole concept, the whole Walking Dead world, and the show, both shows, and the game. Like, it's still kind of early, but, like, it's one of those things where it's interesting to see reconstruction. Because, I mean, they're working on reconstruction, but, like,
seems to fail whenever a main character is involved.
It fails anytime the main characters show up. But, like,
But it was mostly,
On a-
like, even without Javier showing up, there's obviously, like, political corruptness going on before he showed up.
Yeah.
Like, they've been scavenging from town
Oh,
after town without one of their leaders even know. Actually, without 3 of their leaders even knowing about it, because Lingard and Clint didn't know either.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, like, in several of the other zombie-type worlds that I have read in books, like, in World War Z, the book, America never truly falls. Like, there's a lot of land that is completely lost, but, like, as a whole, they're still rallying, you know, and there's still some form of government that they work with. And I mean, Japan is a lot intact, you know, things like that. And they don't truly completely fall. And then in, there's another book series called News Flesh. And it's about, like, these bloggers and the zombie apocalypse. It's a really interesting concept. I highly recommend it to anyone. You can find it at Barnes & Noble or your local bookstore. I don't know if
your
you're
local
supposed
library.
To,
Now
like,
available at your local library on VHS.
I don't know if you're supposed to drop name brands or whatever. I don't
Probably
know.
not.
Anyway, but it's called Newsflesh, and like, America does fall, but in 14 years they've completely reconstructed the government. And within another 20 years, they've completely gone in and restructured their entire way of life to deal with zombies. Like, they haven't beaten the zombies, but they've restructured everything to deal with it. And it's very interesting. But, and so it's kind of one of those things where I think it'd be interesting to see real reconstruction, not, like, temporary reconstruction, you know?
Yeah.
And, like, I think it would also be nice to see it when it doesn't all go to shit directly after the main character shows up.
Yeah, I'm thinking further towards season 4, like, where they're going with it, but it also is very early to tell because only the first episode of the final season's out currently.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the second one might be out, but I don't think it's out for, like, another week and a half. I think it's, like, the end of this month.
Is
the
it...
tail end of this month.
With the next season, is there a time jump, or...
Yes. Clementine's about... I guess I can check real quick. I want to say there's, like, another 2-year jump, give or take.
Mm-hmm.
And thus far, because this isn't really that big of a spoiler because it's obviously subject to change, thus far through the first episode, like, Javier and whoever survived, like, this community is not mentioned in episode 1 at all. The closest you get is somebody asks you, as Clementine, because you do place her, if you've ever met anybody famous, and you can respond, like, yeah, I met a famous baseball player, which is Javier. But I don't know if they're planning on coming back to this area after it's been rebuilt, quote-unquote. I don't know if they're planning on, like, making it less canon, for lack of a better term, like, it's not going to get referenced again. I don't know if they're going to off-screen be like, yeah, that community didn't work out, maybe Javier died. Like, who knows what they're going to actually do there. But there is a time skip.
And you find out that
because this time skip was pretty drastic.
Yeah.
Because obviously in the first one, it's like just as it's beginning.
Right. In that point, Clementine is 8. She turns 9 throughout the season, as the stranger tells you on the intercom. Because he says, I bet you don't even know how old she is, and you'll say she's 8, and he'll say wrong. She just turned 9 like 3 days ago. And then she's 11 in season 2. And I
Is she 11? Because I thought it was just a couple months skipped. Because what's her face was still pregnant.
Oh,
In
why am I
season
blanking on
2?
her name? Yeah, I'm not thinking of the...
AJ's mom.
Not Rebecca, but... No, I'm thinking of the other girl, Krista. Omid and Krista. Because she was pregnant. Remember she was showing signs in season 1?
Yeah.
Like, Lee would say stuff like, you're carrying for 2.
Yeah.
And then it skips, right? And then she's like, she got the really big belly, and then Omid gets killed. And then it skips again, and then she no longer has the baby. So there's 2 different skips. The first one's really, like, almost immediate. There's a second skip, because they don't show what happens to the baby. Presumably she lost it.
Yeah, okay, I remember now. Because
So,
I was like...
yeah, that's why there's such a large, drastic skip there. The first one's, like, presumably she's, like, in early months of being pregnant to, like, pretty late on. So, like, I don't know, 6-7 months, maybe a little bit longer than that. And then I think it's something like almost a year and a half after that point to whenever.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah.
I think.
So about 2 years.
And in this game,
it's been a while since I've played season 2. Because she runs into another random pregnant lady, right?
She runs into Rebecca, yeah.
Yeah, and that's AJ.
Yeah, that's AJ's mom.
Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna check on her wiki page to see what age she was in each of the seasons. I know it's 8 and 9 in season 1.
Because Krista is unknown, right?
Correct. Yeah, she's 11 in season 2, and she's 13 in this, and then she's, according to this, wow, she actually aged more than I thought. In the final season, she's either 16 or 17.
So
that's
about
actually more than I thought.
3 to 4 years.
Right, so there's a pretty big time jump there as well.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually a pretty kick-ass picture of her, if the game would let me, or if my iPad would let me scroll back up.
So
she genuinely does look like a 17-year-old here.
So AJ would be 6, 7? Something like that?
Check and see if I can find...
Because he's born in season 2, and then there's a 2-year jump, right? Between season 2 and season 3. So he's 2 whenever he gets in this whole situation. And then if there's a 3 to 4 year jump, he'd be 4. He'd be 5 or 6.
I want to say he's about 5, if I remember correctly. It's gonna take forever for that wiki to load all the way down to the bottom of that page, because these pages all have the text of like what happens. The problem is Clementine's page is huge because she's from season 1, episode 1, and still alive.
Mm-hmm.
So it takes forever. So I'll just type it back into Google.
And again, it's kind of one of those situations where I'm half scared to play the next season when it does inevitably come out.
Oh, it's so good though.
Because it's like, I don't want Clementine to die, and I don't trust them.
Holy shit, yeah. He's about 5 or 6. I just looked at the picture of him from season 2.
Because, I mean, on the other hand...
he kind of has, like, this pouting face thing going on. It's really funny.
I mean, he's 5 or 6. They eternally have that pouty face.
I mean, look at it.
Oh my god.
He's just like, yeah, I did that.
Oh my god.
That was me.
But yeah, like... Because who in the world would kill a kid?
I mean, you technically did. You had to put down Duck in season 1.
Well, Duck was bit.
Still killed him.
Duck was bit. He was already dead.
You actually can leave him to die without either you or Kenny shooting him in that season. You have to, like, say you'll do it to Kenny, and then there's, like, a timer, and if it... I don't think the timer gets shown, but if you, like, wait too long, he'll just lower the gun and they'll leave.
I mean... Duck was already dead, though. That doesn't quite count.
Also,
it was Duck, more of a passive-aggressive comment about Mariana. And
actually, there is a kid you can kill. You can choose to kill Ben. You can drop him. In season 1, episode 4. You can drop him in the bell tower.
I don't think I did.
You didn't, but you can kill a
No,
kid.
because he died whenever the gate thing gave way.
Yeah, I think I told you to actually keep him alive because of, like, the story.
Yeah, probably.
And that, like, that's where Conrad kind of falls for me. Like, in terms of what you would do, there's no fucking way he makes it to the end. In terms of wanting to see the full story element, that would be the reason people would keep him alive all the way to the end, is because you want to see where he goes farther down the story. Because he actually turns out, like, in the last spot when he's reading, it's, like, basically, like, the night before you're talking to him, he basically has his kind of, like, moment of clarity, moment of forgiveness for everybody, and moment of acceptance that Francine's dead and that he can move on from it. So, like, it's a really great conclusion, but you're probably not going to get to see it, is the problem, because you're not going to pick him over Clementine.
Well, and then you have to save him, like, 3 other times, too.
Yeah, the last one's actually pretty easy. Like, as long as you do the quick time where you dodge the van that Kate's driving, then he won't die there. But most people are going to shoot him, and then the people that do keep him alive, at least in your first playthrough, you're probably not going to know you're supposed to give him the gun.
Mm-hmm.
You're probably going to give him, like, either nothing or a melee weapon. And if you do that, well, then too bad. You accidentally send him to his death.
Mm-hmm.
With Ben, it's a little bit easier to just be like, yeah, don't drop him off the bell tower.
But yeah, it was mainly a sarcastic comment about Mariana. And is Walking Dead season 6 spoilers still, like, He
doubt
who
it.
shall not be named, he or she that shall not be named in season 6 of Walking Dead that dies, that I felt was unjust. Which I haven't seen because I can't make it past the first episode of season 6 because that death was also unjust.
I feel like that was more them an attempt to like deviate away from the comics and whatnot.
Oh, and then on top of that, in Fear of the Walking Dead, the other unjust death.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about there.
That was not right. And off screen too. Like,
Yeah.
ugh. It's the worst.
If Walking Dead has taught us anything, it's don't be the moral compass of the group. You're screwed.
Just
look at Lee. Look at Herschel from the show.
Yeah.
Look at and guess by extension Dale from the show, where he's like, "Look, we need to keep our humanity," and then he dies.
Yeah.
So just be a rogue.
Yeah. I mean, it worked out for Molly in season 1.
I mean, yeah.
I feel like if anybody else would survive the apocalypse by themselves other than Clementine, it'd probably be her.
Yeah.
Like, Jane's already proven she's unstable. She has the know-how, but I feel like she'd have a mental... Well, no, I know she'd have a mental breakdown.
Pretty much, yeah.
Because at some point, like, after we go and get food now, I do want to show you, like, all the other flashbacks you can have depending on how season 2 ended, and then all the other outcomes here at the end of this.
Sounds like a plan, Jan.
Now, here's the question.
But yeah, like, ultimately, I adore this video game series. I love the playstyle. Like, there's some minor complaints about it, but, you know, I adore the entire aesthetic. I like the gameplay. I like that it's ultimately your choices, and I'll complain a lot about making the choices, but I appreciate the choices were given to me, you know, because I'll complain about the choices not being, you know, because it's like,
oh, you let Ava die, and then Tripp died anyway, so what was the bloody point, right?
Well,
like
or
those.
even like, or just not being, like, specific, I guess, or having it not do what you thought. Because, like, with whenever you're arguing with David and you tell him that Kate was thinking of leaving him, and it's like, wait, that's not what I meant to do.
The actual text dialogue says something to the effect of, like, tell David off, but you thought, and most people probably thought, it was more like, hey, don't talk to your wife like that, you know,
Yeah.
you're supposed to be married.
Yeah.
Not like, oh, your wife's gonna leave you, you asshole.
Yeah, so, you know,
Meanwhile,
my main
making
complaints
out
are...
with his wife in front of him.
I mean, she chose to do that, not Javier so much.
Yeah,
but,
I know, but...
I have some regrets. But, no, I have one regret.
Yeah, just one,
One
really.
regret.
That one choice, we've already discussed that.
Well, the good
one
news is you don't
choice.
have to live with it, because Kate's not alive. So
I mean, yeah. At least I don't have to deal with her anymore.
you get to hang out with Jesus instead.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Is he gonna... He's probably not gonna show up.
No, they usually don't have people from the show return. Herschel Green didn't return.
Yeah.
Obviously, Paul here didn't return. Was there a season 2 person that was from the show? I don't think there was.
Don't think so, no.
But no, they usually keep him to, like, kind of like a one and done type of deal. Like, he was in, 2 episodes for this, and that's pretty long, considering. Most of the characters they think are, like, super cool, they usually only keep for 1 episode. Like, they did that with Molly as well. She was in episode 4 of season 1, and that was it. She left by the end of it.
I think Jesus was in 3 episodes, but in 1 it was, like, very brief. Because he was in the woods, right?
He starts out, because it's in episode 2. It's after Prescott's fallen, and you drive away and you have to clear out that car, and he's spying on you. That's when
Yeah.
you first meet him. That's episode 2.
And then I think he's in episode 3, and then
Actually, no,
episode
technically it
5.
is episode 3, yeah, 'cause episode 5. I was thinking more so, like, a part of your group. But here was more, like, clearing out. But yeah, he's technically in 3 episodes.
So 2, 3, and 5, yeah. Jesus is awesome.
He really is. That, like,
He
part where he
is-
runs up the wall and, like, kicks a zombie is so cool. It's
He
such a
is
great
so
shot.
cool.
Parkour kill.
It was beautiful.
But yeah, I really can't sing praises high enough for this whole...
I'm really hoping they don't screw up the final season. If the final season ends, like, incredibly solid, it would be a great way to round it out.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm kind of glad in a way they only went with 4 seasons, because, like, one of the worst things you can do as a writer is make your story go on for too long. And you see that with a lot of shows that have lasted for too long. Like, a lot of people loved The Simpsons. How many seasons has it gone through? And how many people are like, yeah, it's kind of overstayed its welcome.
Mm-hmm.
And people think that even about The Walking Dead now in the TV show, and it's not had near as many seasons.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like 4 is a good amount for this series.
Well, and even if they decided to redo it but from a different angle, like, you know, and gave Clementine a happy ending or some shit. Like, just don't kill Clementine, please.
Oh, wait, there is another character. We didn't ever play this because I think it was DLC from Season 2. There is a side game where you actually control Michonne.
Okay, that's awesome. That's awesome.
And it's prior to her meeting the group. She's with, like, another set of people. And it's, like, the story's okay. It's really fucking dark, though. Like, insanely fucking dark. It starts, it literally starts it with her, like, running away from some walkers. And she's literally in such a depressed state. Your first option in the game, before dialogue or anything, is she puts a gun to her head and you can choose to pull the trigger or not. If you try to pull the trigger, someone stops you, obviously. But that's how it starts, with her almost killing herself.
The end.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, I think it'd be interesting if they went and followed other people's storylines. Because it's sort of like what The Walking Dead is doing with Fear the Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Even though Fear the Walking Dead is not as good as The Walking Dead. I like Fear the Walking Dead because it's more about, because, you know, there's what is it, Season 3 when they do the We Are the Walking Dead thing.
Oh, in the actual show?
Yeah,
I think
that's the show.
That's either 3 or, like, the last episode in 2. I don't remember which.
Yeah, because I think it's really interesting because in Fear the Walking Dead, it actually has the, like, you're actually fearing people more than walkers. And it's like, I respect that, but they're also complete edgelords.
Oh, yeah.
So if they had, like...
We're talking, like, Prosecutor Blackwell from Phoenix Wright, edgelord.
Yeah. So if they had, like, just another season, really, just going through another person's point of view. Like, why is it that you're either from Georgia or California? Like, what happens in Texas? I mean, like, in Texas, you got all the rednecks and the guns, so, like, best place to be during a zombie apocalypse is Texas. And, and just have, like, this huge community of rednecks.
We've already survived as a country by ourselves once. We can do it again.
Exactly.
And as somebody aptly put that is not from America, America is basically just 50 separate countries glued together.
Pretty much.
Except for Hawaii, because, you know, it's not actually.
It's not actually land connected.
It's not glued to anything except for water.
Yeah.
I guess technically by comparison, Alaska sort of counts, since there's a spot you have to go through called Canada.
Yeah.
In case you haven't seen it before on a map. It's like
Canada's...
It's America's hat.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
But yeah, so if you had, like... I don't know. I just think it'd be interesting. Even if it was like... Okay, because in World War Z is... It's what actually got me into the zombie stuff. I used to hate zombie movies. I used to hate the concept of zombies. But then I read World War Z, and it's such a good book. And there's this one section where a guy in Japan has to fight his way out of, really out of a city, but out of an apartment complex with a katana. And it is so cool. And so if you have something that you're doing and it's like just different viewpoints of people from when the apocalypse hit, I think that would be awesome.
They've already done that, though, in a way. They did that with the DLC in Season 1. 400 Days. They give you, like, snippets of each person, and there's, like, one guy from day 2, like, right when the apocalypse hit, and then they have one that's, like, 2 weeks in, and it's a completely different girl. And so you make, like, a bunch of small choices, and then at the end, depending on the choices you made in the previous episodes, they'll decide whether they go to a camp or not. One of the people that you control in one of those episodes is Bonnie from Season 2.
Interesting.
And whenever you play it, she's the only character that will go to that compound because it's Tavia, like the black girl with like the huge afro.
Mm-hmm.
That's who comes to recruit them. So everybody else you can say yes or no, and if you say yes, they'll show up with like smaller cameos in season 2. But Bonnie will always say yes, so she'll always be there. But they kind of take like different little snippets from certain points in time. Some of them are actually really funny too. The one with Wyatt, which I think is like, I want to say it's like 30 days in, like a month into the apocalypse, and there's some really funny exchange between him and his buddy. Sadly, you don't ever see his buddy again. He doesn't die, but he just becomes unknown status. But there's some really funny ones where they're like driving down a road with a car, and they're all freaking out because they just shot a guy and drove away. And he keeps arguing with him to like turn the headlights on because they can't see where they're going. And so he flips them on really quick, and you see the road, and everything's fine. He's like, see, road's as straight as my dick. And one of the options to respond with is, don't talk about your dick. So, like, they did a good job with that DLC, but it was really cool to see, like, because you get, like, you know, kind of the initial outbreak, because the first guy, it's like, all of a sudden, like, people are eating each other, what the hell's going on? And then you get, like, people who are still scavenging, and, you know, there's still some semblance of being able to find stuff pretty easy, but there's still a fair bit of people alive. And then you get like way later at that point, because they hadn't gotten to this, where there's like almost nobody at all.
So, recommendation, play the DLC.
I don't know if I'd play it. I'd say watch it.
Watch it. Watch the DLC.
Not really getting your money's worth out of it, sadly, because you only make like the one key decision at the end of each episode will determine whether you stay or go to the campsite. But, like, I want to say the DLC was, like, it's probably about the size of one episode from season 1, like, one full episode, and it's half the price of getting 5 episodes. So, like, you're paying for 2.5 episodes, and you're basically getting 1.
So, if you like to be the kind of person that plays all the DLC, play it. And if you would rather watch it, then watch it.
I would recommend the Michonne DLC over the 400 Days, because I feel like you get more.
Michonne is awesome. She's so awesome.
It gives you some pretty good backstory for her. Like, barring what's in the show, you get some pretty good backstory from that.
That's awesome.
It talks a lot about, like, her sons and all that.
Oh, man.
So, Jays, and then food.
Yes. Hoot hoot.
We will see you guys next week for whatever we decide to do. Now, I'm curious about one other thing. Have you ever watched or played, I usually call it the greatest game I'll ever play again, The Last of Us?
I have not.
Okay. I really hope they throw it on Steam sometime soon, because I really want to see your reaction to that. Because I've already played it, and I wouldn't play it again because there's no replayability.
Oh, yeah.
But the story's really good.
Is like, it similar to this, or...?
Not like the same style, but it is post-apocalyptic from Zombie Outbreak, yeah.
Interesting.
And
but
zombie is
pretty good there.
Yeah.
Like, the zombie virus is more of a fungal.
Yeah, they do a better job storytelling with the actual virus itself.
Yeah, because this one, it's kind of like, yeah, it happened. That's the other thing that I want to see in whatever situation in the Walking Dead universe. And mind you, I haven't seen all of Fear the Walking Dead or The Walking Dead, but I kind of want to see, like, an explanation for this. Like, how did it start? You know, because you thought you had all the answers in, like, season 5.
With Eugene. And then it turns out he was a goddamn liar.
And then it turns out he's a lying
But he does
little
have
bitch.
a mullet, so that's cool.
He turns out alright in the end.
Yeah.
But, like, I kind of want to...
He's no Abraham, though.
I kind of want to hear what happened here, other than, yeah, the dead are coming back to life. Weird.
Yeah.
And then we'll find out that
I feel like they might
a comatose dream.
I feel like they might be doing that on purpose, though, because, like, with the zombie movie, you know, like, it's a movie, it's an hour and a half. Unless they're doing a sequel, you might as well tell them now. With this one, it's like, okay, we made a show called The Walking Dead. It's pretty damn popular. We're not just gonna give that out right away. Like, they give away that we're all infected, so they're probably not gonna give away the
either they'll keep it shadowed for speculation and get the hype for that.
Same thing with the Zelda timeline, basically, is like, why show it off when we could keep it a secret and keep people invested in it? Because once you like, if you have a secret, then people want to know about it, but the second you give away that secret, you're giving away the power of it as well.
Well, and on top of that, usually in these kinds of movies and shows, whenever they say, oh, this is how the zombie virus works, or whatever, then it's like, okay, so here's how to fix it.
Yeah.
An interesting thing about that Newsflesh series that I mentioned is it has, like, a fairly valid explanation for it, and it does kind of have a here's how it could possibly be solved, but it kind of just ends on that note. And then she's like, all right, and I'm gonna release another book, and I'm like, yeah, and she's like, it's gonna be over the same books just from a different point of view, and it's like, what?
Cool, but I don't think that's what we were hoping for.
Like, she released another book full of short stories, but it was like, okay, come on, I want more. I don't want to read the same thing again from somebody else's point of view.
Oh, but in the meantime, while I look into if they're actually, like, planning on re-releasing Last of Us or Switch or something, I have no idea. We will see you guys next week, where I already have a game picked out. This is me doing the plotting fingers. One of my personal favorites, so it'll be interesting to see how you do.
Alright.
We will see you guys next week.
Probably badly.
Trust me, that is highly likely.
Oh.